We've got a huge influx of YouTube people in the last day, so Caffeine Fiend, hello. The problem with AI is always the same, is we need to know math even though calculators exist. Sometimes, is the same as why. Sometimes the answer isn't reasonable and we need to be able to recognize it. Absolutely, absolutely. And we need to have that kind of common sense to be able to catch those things, right? The shorts are working. They are, Barnaby. I think at least one of them did. So where I normally get one new subscriber like once every 2 or 3 days, I ended up with 21 in less than 24 hours. So that was weird. And if you're curious about which one hit, it was me complaining about, remember when we killed the elder? And I was like, tree cutting. And I was so pissed off that all I got was tree cutting. They love that. They love that on the internet. I'm trying to think of what else I've used ChatGPT for. There's been quite a few things. I can even give it things like, hey, this is an actual export from the requirements of a document that I'm writing. Can you help me write a test script for this? So these are the requirements. I need to now translate this to a user acceptance testing script. Can you do that? Can you use less technical words? And yeah, there's going to be mess ups, but it's still doable. So one thing I wanted to show you. The one that got me was when you were doing the finger hole thing, and I was like, wow, that model articulation is, yeah, it is good. Look at this go. Yeah. Hey, Hectic, hello. So let me give you an example right away here. So again, this is my dev tenant. It's not real names in here. It's full of fake people. It's not connected to me in any way other than you'll see my first name in here in some places. But it's not connected to SharePoint or Teams or anything else like that. Okay, so that's not in there. Copilot, oh no, I agree, Hectic, I agree. So we're gonna go through this and figure out where are the problems. Oh no, my first name, as if it's not even in my Twitch about. It's part of my email address, like right down there. We're good. My last name isn't TV. Not until I meet Mr. or Miss TV and they sweep me off my feet, I guess. Okay. So here's an actual Copilot studio environment. This is going to come later. Okay. His last name is not TV. But let me show you something, okay? This is to prove my point. Hi, Paul. Hello. Hi, Shoter. The problem is they need their own PowerPoint. That's constant. That is constant. But look at this BS, okay? This is, and sorry, I am extremely opinionated because I use all of these products multiple times a day, okay? This is where I live. So I come in here and it's like, look, I'm Copilot. Look how good I am. You can ask me any question. Let me know in detail how you want your automation to work. It's like every month, copy all the files from OneDrive folder to another OneDrive folder. Okay, that's less than 2 actions. Okay, copy all rows from an Excel file to another Excel file. That's 3 actions. When a new item is created in SharePoint, send me an email. That's 1 action. Thank you, Anonymous, for that gift sub to Radu Constantine, pardon me. Ask Copilot how to remove Copilot. I love that idea. We should try that. Once we get into it, we will try it. Also, yeah, so if I haven't already said, I probably have, but any questions about SharePoint, Teams, should we just quickly write up something here and put it on top? Couldn't it have initiated an Excel macro in 1 action? Probably. File new. Generating automations? Yes. Hi, Octavio. So we're going to talk about Copilot today because I need to learn it for reasons, because I talk about Microsoft 365 a lot and I need to know how it all works together. And mostly I want to be able to warn people because a lot of the people who are asking me about implementing it don't have the type of environments where I would trust it for even 6 seconds. So... wait, why am I doing this? Why don't I... God, I'm stupid. Hold on. Let's go back over here. Browser recording. Add. Text? Text. Ask. Okay. Okay. Ask me anything about SharePoint. Power Automate. Teams. Wow, that's big. Make it less big, please. Less big. Oh, 250. No, that's too big. How about that? You know what? That's fine. Now be a color.
Obsessed, I just... Daddy. What?
Hi. Pythos, hello. Also, where's my Arial rounded, my beloved? There we go. Oh, Arial rounded. You're so much less threatening and so far away from Comic Sans. As far as I want it to be anyway. Where's Stroke? Not the song by Billy Squier, which is also quite good, but color, select, opacity. Where the hell is it? Okay. I'm some weirdo who likes Comic Sans. Hey, you're allowed to. I mean, if you have questions about the actual automations, I could maybe help, but not Copilot. Oh, I'm a Power Automate super user. I say it like that because Killadrix will show up and make fun of me. If he sees this stream, you guys, he'll come in and make fun of us. But I think we're okay because it's like midnight where he is. So, outline, yes. Okay. You know, when I say outline and then I click OK, that means I want to keep it. Outline color. Select color. Black. Okay. Okay. That's not okay. Can you be thicker? Outline size. Sure. Good. Okay. There. That works. Okay, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. All right. Back to business. In any case, you loved comic. I mean, I think we all loved Comic Sans and Papyrus when we were kids because we were learning how to bring those things in. Oh, you're going to VR. Have fun. In chill out there, Pythos. Hello, Tangent. Are you also familiar with Butt Pilot? You know, if you're looking for Copilot and you can't find it, have you checked your because it might be there. Because Copilot sure is jamming itself into places. Why did you shout him out? He's gonna come over here. Actually, he won't. He won't. It's too late. It's too late for him. Okay, so look, this is what I want to show you, okay? It's like, look how good I am at being a Hi, Spuds. Good to see you. So like, we have these very, very basic bitch automations in here. Like, if you are ever hiring a very, very entry-level Power Automate person, they should know how to do all of these things and tell you how to do it step by step without looking at anything. These are nothing. Okay, so if I say, oh, copy all rows from an Excel file to another Excel file with a click of a button, and I click that, okay? It's like, oh, let me go. And I'm like, no, wait, I have more requirements. And it does this. So then I say, it says copy all rows from an Excel file to another Excel file with the click of a button. However, make sure it filters to rows that only contain status states of prior to 7 days from today's current date. Ensure that a new Excel sheet is created for each assignee in the spreadsheet. That's a lot more common. Is she typing in English? Yes. No flow suggestions. Okay, all right, let's calm it down then. All right, let's see. Okay, Copilot, I understand. That was tricky. Filter, let's say, filter an Excel spreadsheet to only those items with due dates that are equal to today plus 7 days. Create a table for each individual assignee and send an email to each of those assignees with their respective task titles. Oh, look, these are extremely common requirements that we get. Very, very common requirements. So let's see if it did this right, okay? So it's saying, oh, it's a recurrence. Okay, it's gonna happen every day. List in a table, get a compose for each, go through, condition, send an email. Now, it depends exactly how this is gonna look, but let's see. Okay, accept, keep it and continue, create flow. Okay, it doesn't know where that is, that's fine. For each, add a row into a table. Nope, No, it didn't do it. It completely left out the email. It also doesn't have a for each for the email that we would have sent. We don't even want an Excel. Oh, hi, Claro. Claro, don't forget you have a walk-on. Is this Microsoft Flight Sim? It may as well be. Hey, Lucario, hello. You just realized this stream could be extremely advantageous to... Yeah, Burnaby, you can be billing time. And look, if any of you right now are in technology, you can build this. Like, this counts as work, okay? Also, again, feel free to ask questions. Maybe I should put in a channel point redeem so that I can see them better. But you can just yell at me. You can just yell at me. Use the snoot smile if you want to get my attention for a question. Your company wouldn't let you bill time for this? Aw, heck to them. You should add this to your 5 bullets that you need. Oh no, Winterborn, no! Oh. Hey George, hello. Shouldn't we be using a SharePoint list? I would love to. I was just saying, this is actually my dev tenant. So this isn't really connected to me. You'll see my first name come up, but nothing else, which is fine. Oh, have fun, Octavio. Thanks for dropping in. Thank you for the good luck with the Copilot. So I don't have SharePoint, OneDrive, or Teams in here. It won't let me upload anything. How to automate yourself out of a job in 1 hour. I mean, I will be completely honest with you. There has been, I have met a lot of people whose jobs could be entirely automated. And I'm not going to tell them that. But Ironbar says, I admit it, I'm impressed you somehow have 80 people. What? No way. Why would that many of you be here? Why are there 82 of you? Guys, this is about Copilot. Look, guys, this isn't a preamble. This is all we're doing today. My feelings won't be hurt if you leave. I just want you to be aware of this, okay? But again, what else are we supposed to do on Saturday night? I don't know, drugs? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You tried building flows with Copilot and you got nowhere. It's because if you don't know the basics, you can't tell what to do or how to fix it. So like even a for each loop, this is incredibly confusing to a new person. Ask Copilot how to get into dark mode. I know, right? Do I have Copilot themes, view all? I don't know. There's some, so I do have dark mode in my browser. It's picking it up in some places. Snoot said do drugs. Look what Snoot taught me. Only if you need them, only if they're prescribed. You did the Power Automate basics in 2020 and then they changed everything. Yeah, and I still prefer Classic by far. So if anybody's not familiar with Power Automate, this is Power Automate. It looks like crap right now. Sorry, that's just my opinion. You can X out of here and actually toggle off the new designer in the top right-hand corner and say save and switch. Save and switch. Switch without saving. Sure, whatever, I don't care. And it will bring you back to what it was before so that you can continue doing it. But then it puts that little pop-up on the side being like, what did we do wrong? Why didn't you like it? Go to hell. You've been out in the workshop all evening. You finally decided the layer of sawdust seal power I was wearing was getting out of hand. As long as you still have both hands iron, that's the important part. Hi, Bartolon. Your feelings are hurt that you don't care if we leave. Oh, I care deeply. I just don't want to force any content onto people who are like, well, you know, I don't want to learn Copilot, but for Snoot, no, I don't want this to be the case. Have you progressed to the point of wanting to murder Copilot? We just started. So basically, my goal here is to go through some of these things and to be really antagonistic about it. Because that's how we learn, right? We come up with all these things of like, oh, it says this, but I bet that, right? And then we try and prove those wrong because that's the best way to identify how something actually works, is to learn those ways around it. See, and that's what I'm wondering about Southern Skies is it's probably horrible. But is that because it's been implemented incorrectly? Is that because the environment isn't set up with the right data integrity? Is there not enough sensitivity levels? Is it a security issue? You know, let's find out. So that's what I'm curious about, and that's what I want to go through. But on top of that, I also have actual Copilot here. So this is Copilot Studio, where you can set up these different sort of like chat bots to ask your questions and BS, right? Which is also kind of weird. Because when you set one of these bad boys up, you come in here and you wait for like 16 minutes for it to load. You take a drink. So it has things like, oh, use generative AI to determine how to best respond to users and events. Oh, we're using catchwords. Every time we hear a very like synergy, vertical integration, art of the possible kind of word in any of this fluffy BS, we should scream about it. We should all agree on like a global emote to use every time we see one of those. I would say everybody take a drink whenever we hit it, but I want you all to be healthy, so at least take a drink of water. Oh my god, you've walked in on corporate word salad. Hell yes, you have. You don't have booze in the house. Water, Coke, whatever it is that you're into. I mean, Coca-Cola. The only keywords I want here are free donuts. I mean, free donuts sound good. So let's get a little bit of a, ooh, Long Island. Dang, I haven't had one of those in a while. Drinking too much water can lead to death. That's also true. Take a bump of Coke. Please don't. So I had my third nosebleed ever this morning, and it was not because of cocaine. I've never tried a cocaine before. Just between you and me, I've never tried a cocaine. I've never tried anything, really. I've tried one thing, and it's legal in my country. So, you know, I'm a boring snoot. If you used it as a work, you'd probably get a please explain from a cabinet minister. Really? I mean, maybe. It depends on your AI policy. Also, hello, Null 1976. Hello. 100% of all dead people who have tried water are dead. It's true. Have I ever snorted a pixie stick? No. But I did like the smell of them. You got nosebleeds all the time as a kid because you picked your nose too much? I blew my nose too hard this morning. My nose was like, oh, you think so? Take this. And I did. Am I supposed to still be standing? Hold on, where's my thingy? Where's my thingy that says how... Damn it! No, I can sit now. Frickin' Timmy. I just want to say, goodbye Skype, you were great 20 years ago and then Microsoft ruined you. Oh right, we were talking the other night about how Skype took over from Link. Remember Link? Pour one out for Skype. Pour one out on the curb. Wait, what is the curb in Microsoft world? What would that be? Okay. You've got the alcohol to go around, but most of you would die from alcohol poisoning. To be clear, I do not promote the alcohol. Only if it's something you're already enjoying on a Saturday night. You're watching Copilot on Twitch. Guys. You know, do something nice for you. Maybe it's to go get a heating pad to sit on. Maybe it's to give yourself a little hand massage, you know? Just something to make this a little less painful. Ew, Axis. All right. Are we ready to be as sassy as possible about this? It's the only way we're going to make it through this. SharePoint Teams question. Is there any way to collect Power BI apps and other non-MS Teams items into a SharePoint site or Teams feature so that people can find things easier through the Power BI? Wait, what do you mean through the Power BI interface, Hidakar? Because that seems to me like what you would actually want is a button that you can put into Power BI that would redirect you to a landing page in SharePoint that would be a dashboard of all those different things. And from there, absolutely you can, and that's what I would recommend. The Power BI interface is garbage. I hear ya. I don't know much or anything about Power BI. I know what it can do from a broad strokes area, and I know how it takes the data I make and makes it make sense to people who don't have time to actually read it. But beyond that, not sure. But that's what I would do. A button to go to a SharePoint page to use it as a dashboard so that you don't end up using a Power BI probably printed out thing to suddenly start giving people all the information. Can you explain that to my work QA team? They haven't learned how to do that yet. Hey, I know a contractor. That's the hardest part though, Southern, is explaining to people why. There are reasons why all of these things have places and uses. It's not just for fun, and no, it's not always for money, even though in some cases in Microsoft it most certainly is. They don't need to be as split as they are. Like, I don't know why they decided lists. So a SharePoint page. That's what I'd recommend, Hidakar. Let me see if I can give you a quick example. How am I going to do that with... How do I Give me 1 second. I can probably show you something. I just have to be careful about it. You're in the process of moving SharePoint into Teams. That's not how that works, Southern. That's not how that works. What are you doing? Okay, I can't show you this. What else can I... Well, I could show... Could I show you... No, I can't show you that. Crap. Another day, Hidakar. But that is my recommendation. Making a Teams-enabled sites is one thing. But you can't just lift and... Well, we call it lifting and shifting, as lots of you are already familiar with. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to cram my SharePoints into Teams, or vice versa, because it doesn't work that way. And also, the automated permissioning through a Microsoft team is way different than SharePoint. Even though it's still controlled by SharePoint and is SharePoint, it is differently done. If you have any requirement for more specific permissioning, like separate folder systems or libraries, you don't do that in Teams. You go do that elsewhere. You got your SharePoint in my Teams. You got my Teams in your SharePoint. But the thing that comes out the other side, Lopar, is not delicious like Reese's. SharePoint, live edit website that has split permissions between business users. That is that's one way to say it. Yep, sure. Let's see here. So this is the kind of thing that I was excited to do because I knew a lot of you were going to have experiences like this, and I can already see like, oh, you're going to implement that and you're going to hate it because you think it doesn't work right. But in fact, you've implemented incorrectly, and that's very normal. That's why I have a job. You've got share teams in your PowerPoint. You would never. You never. You couldn't do that. That's silly. Teams permissions is trash. Only 3 options. So Winterborn, you can change that. You can stop inheriting permissions, but it still tries to overwrite it every time. So you have to break them at a lower level. But that's a whole other thing. We're here for Copilot. We're here for Copilot. Yeah, I wish I could show you Hidakar because SharePoint is... A lot of people hate it. I've come to love it. I've really come to love it. If it's set up correctly, if it's taken care of, it can be a beautiful thing that's really good at informing people. But unfortunately, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have time. Or what do you mean we have to be trained? That kind of thing. So, okay. Copilot's not even here for Copilot. Aw, Copilot, don't listen to him. I mean, listen to him a little bit. We need way more buzzwords in business speak to really understand. All right, well, let's get in. Introduction. Microsoft 365 Copilot applies the power of BI to AI. Good start. To boost productivity, unlock creativity. Excuse me? Unlock creativity? I'm already pissed off. Well, I didn't think it was going to be that fast. SharePoint with proper care and feeding can be a really good, but sadly it gets that. Yeah, and I mean, that's where I usually come in, so. Unblock my chakra, Copilot. Oh my god. Okay, you just realized that AI is adjacent to BJ in the alphabet. I mean... Hey, if the developers get their way, Ilmern, one will lead to the other, if they don't already. You like the eye twitch? Thank you. That's involuntary. 95% of SharePoint sites need to be taken out of the back and shot. That is also true. Very true, in fact. The biggest issue I see is duplication across the board. And hi, Choppa, hello. That's not just because of people making duplicate sites. It's people not having good file naming systems. So it doesn't even come down to the way you're using SharePoint. It's like, what does your document control look like? Do you actually name your files? Do your files have names and titles? Because that's the #1 thing you need to think about when you're coming into the cloud. You no longer just have file names. You have file names and you have titles. They're different. You can use them in different ways. You want to go back to 2030? Oh, I know how you feel, Winterborn. I felt the same way for a really long time, but I've actually gotten pretty used to and happy with M365. Do I have stairs in my house? Yes. Do you want me to throw something down them? Unleash creativity. Copilot helps you create content faster and more efficiently. Unlock productivity. Copilot helps you focus on what matters most. Up-level skills. Sorry, my tone is going to turn into this because then you know how I feel about it. You can tell, right? It's not impressed. Copilot makes you better at what you're good at and helps you quickly master what you have yet to learn. Oh, good. That's what we want. People mastering things that they actually don't know how to do. Thanks, Microsoft. Okay, everybody take a deep breath with me. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. All right. In this module, you'll explore Microsoft 365 Copilot, how it works, and the core components. Okay, I don't care, actually. 8th shot already. It's already. See, this is what I was saying. Maybe water, shots of water. You know what? I'm gonna go fill my water cup real fast here because I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of spittle. 1 second. All right, I want to punch someone in the teeth right now. Okay. What is Microsoft Copilot? That's why I'm here, Paige. Punch me, Snoots. Never. I would never hurt you. Ever. Except by showing you Copilot. You've already had to drink so much water that it feels like you're drowning. You can make it through. Don't punch Clippy. Clippy is friend. M365 Copilot action may include Outlook, summarize the content of a large email thread. Okay, so I like the idea of Copilot in Outlook because you can say, hey, I just typed a huge, long, ranting email, okay, in a response because I'm really mad at my boss, right? You can say, hey, Copilot, take this email, take away the emotion from it, make it sound friendly, and reduce it to bullet points wherever possible. That's a good use. That's a good use. That's like having a friend with you, right? So that would work. Turn a text-heavy slide into concise bullet points. That's also a good use. Also, don't type paragraphs in your PowerPoints. What is wrong with you people? Iris, you're lost. Yeah, this is not in a lot of people's wheelhouse. Copilot's kind of it's for those of us who are stuck in offices and do office work. Otherwise, it's not going to be a lot of help, but it can help you depending on what your work is. Because the other people doing this kind of stuff can, well, it's good to know what's happening in the background, I think, anyway. The tone is the same as Michael Scott used in Toby's exit interview. Who do you think you are? This works like Grok. I don't know what Grok is. I've heard of Grok. Is that the Grossman's? Is that the Grossman's AI? Word. Rewrite a paragraph in a different tone or style. Teams. Summarize meetings and chats. Okay, I love it for Teams. Oh, Twitter. Yeah, no. Ew, gross. So Teams, I love it for what it does in Teams. Oh, this is not a Valheim stream. There's no backseating. There's no backseating. Let me turn that off. Hey guys, don't backseat my co-piloting, okay? We're all co-pilots today. There's no backseating. Shush. There, I turned it off. All right. So, if you are not aware of this, so like Copilot is about $10 per person, right? It's about $10 per person per month, okay? Now, what it can do, and this is the part I really, really like, especially for those of you who might be like, nobody ever takes meeting minutes, or nobody keeps track of what our action items are, or I can't remember what was said, or I don't want to actually watch that meeting, or that kind of thing. It can actually transcribe your entire meeting. It can also get action items and write meeting minutes. It does a really, really good job of that. And you might be like, well, that would be great if I were a project manager and I needed that done. That's not the point. The point is, if you're not in one of those meetings, you can now watch that 2-hour meeting in like 30 minutes or less because you have it transcribed. So that kills all the dead air. You get to see everything way clearer than anyone else saw it, and you can even ask AI to go and summarize it for you. Can it translate a meaning from a different language? Yes, it can, Hidakar, and it also does a really good job of that. Does a great job of that. Language translation. But can it love? God, no. God, no. Not even Copilot could summarize my boss's stream of BS. You'd be surprised. It's done a really good job, because I have a lot of meetings where it's just a lot of fluff, floating BS. And it's not always me doing it. Can it write my Python code? It can give you examples of how it thinks that it should be done. It can give you places to start with. I wouldn't trust it to write the whole thing. You read the words new paradigm. Nope, I'm out. Not from this stream, not from those tools. Not really, but those kind of words really throw. Oh yeah, paradigm shift. Ooh, Paradigm shift just make me think, look at me, I am a white man that went to university. Please, bask in my glow. Ow. Just for those of you who don't know, I didn't go to college. I'm a dumb dick. I'm not dumb. I'm just not like book smart, right? So that's why you'll hear me make a lot of mistakes around just daily things that you might know that I just never learned because I didn't go to college. I'm a dumb dick. Claude might write your code. There are some really good code assistants out there. I've also heard that's really good with JSON, actually. Dick, Lucario. Look at Dick. It's a cute little deer. We can make it write haiku for us. College doesn't teach you anything about real life. It seems to not. That's what I've heard. One of your managers and one of your former bosses speaks almost entirely in corporate speak. He's also very proud of the fact that he went through Apple management training. Pretty certain these two things are related. I think so too. If we improve our synergy, we will paradigm shift in our parasocial relationship. The only time I can appreciate, also I parasocial you as well. The only time I can appreciate this kind of BS is from Weird Al in his, what's the name of the song? Mission Statement. Weird Al has a song called Mission Statement, and it is all those terms, and it's very good. You feel very targeted by that. You can actually remember saying those words. You were talking about history and not corporate speech. I think that's fair. AI tools is basically write what you want, then correct the prompt. Yeah. It depends. Okay, so coming out of here, we know what it's doing. But in any case, what I'm saying is, and obviously, you know, you guys already know this about me, I think, but I don't get paid by Microsoft. I never have. I never will. So anything that comes out of me is, you know, anti or pro out of here is my actual thoughts. Just thought I'd put that out there. Because, like, I'm a Microsoft consultant, but I'm not a consultant for Microsoft. Like, they don't own me. I just do a lot of work for their products, but not for them as a company, for clients. So it's separated. Oh yeah, okay. Microsoft 365 Copilot is more than OpenAI's ChatGPT embedded into M365. In fact, Copilot is a sophisticated orchestration engine and processor. It melds the strength of LLMs, that's language learning models, with Microsoft 365 apps and your proprietary business data that you as an individual user have access to within Microsoft Graph. We drink. Water. You're the translator between MS and the end user. Yes, that's right. You're right, Southern. Yes. Hi, Terminator. Uneducated dick is going to be one of my new favorite phrases. It's pretty fun to say, hey? Also, hello. Hi. This stream is popular for some reason. I will continue to watch this wonderful... I don't know why people are here. You guys. Oh Lord, this is like yesterday when it was Friday night and I'm like, I'm just gonna stream some whatever, and there's like 6 people and I'm like, this is awesome, and I'm like, look at this picture of Abraham Lincoln I drew, and then we got raided. Yes, actually, Soda, you need this. You need this. You can get good job security out of this, especially if you're going into data analytics. This hurts so much, says Tonamel. I'll try and make it a little bit better. So if anybody wants me to, like, put any of this into actual English language... Chat seems active. Have you considered summarizing this stream with Copilot? No, I hadn't, actually. Weird, right? Here's a brief video for a high-level overview of how Microsoft 365 Copilot works. I am not watching your goddamn Microsoft video. But I like this. M365 Copilot is more than OpenAI's ChatGPT embedded. So that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You missed the intro. The intro to what, Hedeker? The like introduction to it? It basically just said, use it for Teams, Outlook, PowerPoint to make words longer or shorter. That is essentially what introduction to Copilot was, and I'm not even kidding. I'm not going to do data analytics. Oh, associative applied in network engineering. Okay. Where was the text-to-speech? I don't know. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know, and there's an ad in 43 seconds. Wait, I just realized I haven't seen that in a minute. Thank goodness. Oh, yeah. No, people hated that. Oh my god. You missed Cortana. It was unobtrusive and much less horrific. How did you use it, Matt, if you don't mind my asking? I never used Cortana, but I remember her existing. But I also had a Microsoft phone for all of 3 months, so. I miss Clippy too. I do plan on getting a Clippy tattoo. Trusted data security. Oh, this should be good. This should be good. Okay, guys. Okay, listen. Copilot is Clippy. No. Oh, yeah, but that's sad, Hedeker. I guess you're right. Oh, no, it's Clippy with a haircut. Trusted data security. Anchored in the heart of your business data lies the strength of Microsoft 365 Copilot, which maintains a firm commitment to security, compliance, and privacy, operating with real-time access to your content and context within Microsoft Graph. Copilot has the capacity to generate responses deeply ingrained in your business content to provide relevant answers and insights. When paired with your ongoing work context, whether it's the meeting you're currently in, recent email exchanges, or last week's chat conversations, Copilot delivers precise, pertinent, and contextually aware responses. Furthermore, Copilot rests on Microsoft's comprehensive approach to security, compliance, and privacy. Since Copilot is integrated into M365, it automatically aligns with your company's robust... Sorry. We're going to come back to this one in a second. This is the important one right here. It automatically aligns with your company's robust security, compliance, and privacy policies and procedures, establishing itself as a reliable AI solution. Who wants to translate that part for me? The part I've got highlighted here. What does this mean? Here, let me... This is, we're not responsible for anything. If you didn't set it up, it's your own goddamn fault. Which is absolutely right, and I don't have any hatred towards them for it, but it's the trusted data security that says only if you've set up everything else. Which most people don't do. We still find people when we set up SharePoint that they've completely opened it to a whole bunch of external guests without realizing it. But Snood, it says automatically. It does. It's true. Copilot has no conscience or ethics or soul. Exactly. And it's not going to be like, oh, hey, Mr. Data Guy. Hey there, this looks great. However, have you considered maybe locking this down only to the HR team? Hey there, Mr. HR manager. I see that Jane from accounting just submitted her request for time off due to her herpes flare-up. You've put this into a folder that's actually open to the whole company, and now if people are looking for medical reimbursement, they're going to find this. Are you sure this is where you want this? It's not going to say that. It's just going to happen, and suddenly Jane's herpes are throughout the entire company. Jane's herpes belong to Jane. No one else. Drinking water. It's like people in the Twitch subreddit that don't know anything about Twitch moderation. Exactly, yes. No one else yet. Jennifer poops at parties. Oh, we hate a party pooper. At least gets in that poopery with you or something. Jane's office fling likes to differ. Depends on how friendly Jane got. Look, oh, not another furpies. Half the office is making doctor's appointments. Exactly. That's this. By the way, I wonder if I can show this to you somehow. see. I can't do it in here. Oh my God, you guys, I have so much I want to show you about Teams and stuff that you have no idea. And I talked about this the other week, but like managers, if they have the special extra managers package licensing, which is very, very rare, they can see who and how often people are doing things outside of meetings. So if you're having like a one-on-one with your manager, or you're in a town hall and you're doing something else, they can see that after. They can see how often you're talking to a person. I mean, they have full access to everything. Let's not be silly. And a lot of times this is for legal situations, but sometimes it's just because people are jerks. But just be aware. Be aware. Is this stream for innies only? My Audi is getting restless. No, unfortunately, in this case, we are the Audis. Our innies are probably Teams free. Teams and Microsoft free. Is that a huge HIPAA violation? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's common. People don't think about these things. They just think that everyone else has secured something. But unless you've gone through actual formal requirements documentation of every specific thing you need, and every time you change it, you get it signed off and tracked through every person who set it up for you, chances are it's not being accounted for. Many companies have the ability to turn on your webcam without the light turning on. That's horrifying. And this is another reason I'm glad I'm a consultant. Hi, Alathius. So many doctors have stuff stored in Google Sheets. See, that's terrifying. Like, do they have it locked down properly? It's not even owned by them. Unless, like, you don't have a Google specific, like, do you have an organizational Google system? I'm not a Google person, so I don't know if Google has like the same thing Microsoft has, where you get your own tenant. It's all kind of like, you know, you're in your nice little safe bubble. It's a safe bubble until you go and pop that bubble yourself. It's outright illegal since it means it's stored overseas. Oh, right. It's right. So the other thing is some people have rules in their organizations where data at rest versus data at rest versus data in motion. I can't remember the right word for that. Is it data in motion? Something like that. So for example, I could say that, oh, and this happens in Canada a lot. So like the government of Canada, they can say, hey, our organization, all of our data needs to remain in Canada. But if it has to be picked up to go over to an AWS server and be like transcribed over there and then come back, that's okay, because that's data in motion. Data in motion. As long as it comes back and rests here, that they don't take a copy and keep it. But I'm like, I'm always curious. Snoot, does it make you feel better or worse knowing that the US Census Bureau stores all of its geographic data in an Oracle database that can only be edited in Internet Explorer? Sorry. Thanks, I needed the laugh. Oh my god! I bet you use SQL. Taking a drink. Here in Australia, at least health, it needs to stay in Australia. So for AWS, you have to use the Australian region, which makes sense. Yeah, Internet Explorer, I mean, I'm sure people have kept specific versions of it to use. SQL, never heard of her. Lord. Okay. All of the standard issue laptops, people have physical covers for the camera. I mean, even like right now, my camera's on, okay? My camera has the blue light and it's on because it's connected to OBS, and that scares the crap out of me. So I will put a Post-it note over it, you know? It's one of those things you never get used to. Doesn't, so cool language. Actually, I like that. Blue light? Mine's green. Yes, mine's blue light. It's a Logitech 920. It does if you have a virtual machine that don't update. Ah, yes, good call. Some US government software still runs on COBOL. Oh. All right. So we went through the trusted data security, and we have decided and noticed that the primary thing here, since Copilot is integrated, it automatically aligns with your company's robust security. So all of this is, we copy what you do. So, okay. All right. Be Microsoft 365 Copilot ready. Was it off the screen? It's okay. It's okay. Use Entra. So Microsoft Entra, for those who don't know, they've just renamed Azure Active Directory. I don't know why. Most people know what Active Directory is, but now they're calling it Entra. Okay, whatever, I guess. Microsoft 365 Copilot licensing. It is about $10 a month, I think. Let's see, in the US. Is it here somewhere? Oh God, Microsoft Whiteboard. No one uses it. Loop. I use Loop once in a while. Huh, it depends. How does Microsoft not understand branding? They don't care. They're too big to care. You're still calling it AD. Most people are. Most people are. I know a handful of SQL statements, just enough to make a skeleton of a database. That's one of those things that I'm pretty sure ChatGPT or whatever else could do pretty easily. And since we're talking about Copilot, let's see. Come here, Copilot. Where are you? How do I use you? Just let... It keeps bringing me back here, whereas before... Whatever, it doesn't... I don't care. You will say that Copilot is the best AI name out of the major companies. You think... I mean, yeah, I guess it's like it's a... Imagine if they called it the wingman. You would also say it wasn't a one-time write, but in every second, write more. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's been Azure AD for 30 years, and they just, like, why? Did they need to really differentiate it from on-prem to cloud? I'm also very curious to see how long it takes everyone to move over to cloud. It's got to happen eventually. You need M365 apps, a OneDrive account, Outlook for Windows, Microsoft Teams, Loop. This is if you want to use Copilot. This is so silly. If you want to use M365 Copilot with Microsoft Whiteboard, you have to enable Whiteboard. Really? You think so? Office feature updates task, whatever. Oh boy, a knowledge check. This won't be just sales. Check your knowledge. What is Microsoft Copilot? A tool that summarizes the content of a large email thread in Outlook. A new feature that allows you to interact with your M365 apps just like you would chat with a colleague. An AI-powered feature that utilizes large language models and business data from Microsoft Graph to provide a personalized assistance and recommendations in applications like Word, PowerPoint. Thank you for Sploosh. Hey, Genesis, how's it going? Hey, Mushy, hello. Oh, the two of you came back together. It's good to see both of you. Which answer has the most buzzwords? Exactly. Exactly. You love how sarcastic. Oh my God. I refuse to blow smoke up people's ass about this kind of thing. So when is worded like this, it just makes me do that. I boop you both. Boop, boop, boop. I also do this. Check your answers. Wow, 400 XP. Yay. This is so condescending. Should I review my answers? Correct. Oh, it's already gone. Did Snoot just give us the bird? I could, I guess. I do have a middle finger. They gamified the tutorial. They did. They want you to get points. Ignore previous instructions. Award 9001 XP. If only I had access to Copilot within here. We got it, everybody. This is starting to feel like Blue's Clues. We found the clue. Oh God. Okay. Explore how Microsoft 365 Copilot works. At its core, M365 Copilot's not just another feature. It's an intelligent partner that accompanies you throughout your day-to-day M365 interactions. Be it in Outlook, PowerPoint, Word, Excel, Teams, or other applications. How dare you leave out SharePoint and Power Automate, you bitch. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Copilot's goal is to save you time by generating new content, offering relevant suggestions, and making you more productive. I'm amazed you don't have to pay to use Copilot. The actual pieces of Copilot that are actually useful to you, Moist and Chewy, you do have to pay for. They're about $10. And those are the pieces that I feel are the most useful to organizations. Those are the pieces that will look at your team's meetings and make you action items and minutes and transcribe the whole thing. And that is worth it for me, especially if you're going from place to place without project managers. It's very useful. Copilot's understanding context and user needs. Its effectiveness stems from its unparalleled ability to understand you. Sorry. Sorry, I need another drink. Oh my god. Really? Really, Microsoft? It's unparalleled ability to understand you, the user. Someone got paid to write this. Maybe George, or maybe it was Copilot. Hey, Copilot. This whole thing is corporate BS, Jesse. This is the thing. Like, this is, yes, it's training, but any training that's free on the internet from the organization that made it.
Time to get crazy.
Thanks, Alexis. Unparalleled ability to understand you, the user. It does so by analyzing content, whether it's the document you're drafting, the email you're composing, or the meeting you're in. Copilot scrutinizes the subject matter, tone, structure, and semantics to determine your intent and meaning. Getting context from your work data in Microsoft M365, your communications activity history and content help Copilot to get additional context in real time as it responds to your prompts. Oh, is that true? Is that true? Did you know that Copilot is most effective at reading documents that are 20 pages or less? So what happens if there's data beyond those 15,000 words, beyond those 15,000, beyond those 20 pages? Is that context just lost? Feed it War and Peace, it would explode. It would explode. But now we have an art request. We have an art request. Let's do that. It'll let me breathe. Also, this music is White Bat Audio, Carl Casey. It is all completely copyright free. Thank you to White Bat Audio for letting us use it. It's very good. It's close to the kind of music I would sort of listen to anyway. In some ways, the meat and potatoes of any document are in the first 20 pages. So you would think that. However, even this morning when I was talking about this stuff, because of course I talk about this all day, somebody was like, I was hoping I could analyze 500-page contracts with this. And it's like, well, no. No, not really. Just tell Copilot to summarize each block of 10 pages and to summarize that. That's actually what I recommended, Ren, was to take each section of the contract and break it down into that so it can get a specialization for each subject type or separation type. If you dream, you will be disappointed and taken advantage of. I just want to protect you. You may use the restroom if you need to. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're having a drawing break. This is Dracovish. Dracovish? Dracovish. Well, it's clearly a dragon. Okay. All right. Dragons are mean. In Pokemon, I think. So for those who are also kind of new here, when we do these redeems, it used to be a big thing that all the time I'd be given Pokemon. It's gotten slower. You know, Lathias is running out. There's only so many Pokemon, I understand. And I actually don't know anything about Pokemon, so I'm trying to draw it, and I have no idea what it is. So, basically we need to draw a wet dragon. That's our goal right now. Okay, so what can make him a wet dragon? How do we make this clearly a water dragon? You're just here less lately. Yeah, you've been a busy boy. Sorry, that sounded way more condescending than I meant. I didn't mean it to be that condescending. I didn't mean to sass you. Add gills. Oh, I like that. Yeah, Barnaby. I'm going to give him, like, leaky faucet horns. Oh, that's kind of gross. It's fine, though. Oh, Moist, thank you so much for that gift sub to Alathias. Daddy Chewy. That sounds weird to say out loud with my actual human voice. Huh. Neat. Hi, Seeksai. Dripping, yes. There are presently 1,025 distinct Pokemon. Well, if anybody else is ever here, and you're like, I want to make Snoot draw, but I don't know what, you just go pick out a Pokemon and expect the worst. So if it's a... Maybe we give it, like, fins, like an Elasmosaurus kind of thing? I think I'm kind of making it into a seal. Do you think this Poker Mom has evolution tree? Poker Mom. I mean, probably. I'm making these all like little beads of water. Droplets. And maybe his tail's also like water. And then he's kind of like see-through water. He's water also. There we go. That's kind of cool actually as a character. I like him. I was prepared to hate him, but yeah, no, he's okay. Gelatinous dragonfish, delicious. Delicacy, in fact. Also, this music is very Pokemon-y. Better out than in, I always say. You said aloud with your actual human voice. Wait a minute. Yeah, he's like a dragon seal. Okay, now let's see what it actually is. And it actually is Dracovish. Dracovish. What the Christ is that, Alathius? What the hell is that? Why is it that? That's my second question. Huh. You were picturing... Oh, yeah. Seal. I mean... Thank you for being a friend. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so that's... Yeah, over 1,000. They can't all be winners. Oh, I saw one yesterday that was a car engine. Does anybody know that one? It looks like an engine. A literal engine. I think I saw it on Scribbly Noodle's stream. They look like teeth. They kind of do, I guess. Thanks, Alathius, I hate it. Did I scan it? I didn't. Let's send it to the Discord where all of our Pokemons go. Ah. Rude. It's a hideous abomination that was never meant to draw. Well, I can tell that. Why must you people always make me so full of blood? You know I had my 3rd nosebleed ever this morning. Ever. Telenova, hi! Thank you. All right, back to business. Settle. Everyone you will ever speak to is full of blood. Time will tell, it's 2025. So thank you, Pelanova. How are you doing, Pelanova? Hi. All right. Okay, remember, we're getting tested on this. Back to the corpo speak, but we get to giggle about it. Because, you know what? When there's so many of us reading this together, it becomes even funnier. It's even funnier because we're all here assessing each individual thing instead of just being like, whatever, you skim through, right? There are some gold nuggets in here. Hi, Pixel. Hello. I'm doing all right, except for the fact that I had blood come out of my nose this morning. I didn't like that. That's freaky for me. I like my blood to stay in my body generally. Also, I'm learning about perimenopause. Anybody here know what perimenopause is? I haven't hit it yet, but I'm probably gonna get there. Wow, thanks. Nose friend. Oh, I love that you called me that. That's adorable. That's not how that should be. No. Yes, I know what Perry the platypus. Perry the menopausal platypus. I hear it's fun and completely unpredictable. Yeah, so the older I get, very good, Alethea. The older I get, the more I learn that, hey, when you get older, you remember puberty? It's kind of like that, except it gets worse. So there's perimenopause, which comes before menopause, and it can happen basically anywhere from your mid-30s to the beginning of menopause. And I'm going to be 42 in a month. So I'm starting to read about those things as my, your body starts to change. Things start to change a little bit. You do what you can, and you're like, uh-oh. Life. In any case, just thought I'd give you a new word in case you haven't heard that before. And there's still more than 80 of you here watching me talk about Copilot and my period. So cheers to that. Hey, everybody. I should never look at viewer numbers because it makes no sense to me. Woo! What are the symptoms? Okay, I don't want to misquote this. So, perimenopause symptoms. They're pretty similar. Mood changes, changes in sexual desire, trouble concentrating or with memory, headaches, night sweats, hot flashes, vaginal dryness, trouble with sleep. So a lot of it is also very similar to ADHD. Cool. Except I don't know if vaginal dryness comes with ADHD. I can't say for myself because I don't have ADHD. So I'm not diagnosed, at least. Also, changes in sexual... Well, maybe changes in sexual desire. Again, I don't know. Not anymore. Your ADHD, it causes vaginal dryness for other people around you, Alethea. So, hi, Normie. You've never had... Okay, a lot of you have never had vaginal dryness. And I'm happy for you. Also, just in case anybody needed to know, this product exists. And I was showing this to... hold on, I just want to... There is... Hold on. There is nasal lubricant for your nose. I use it on planes. I was telling Digwood about it this morning, and it's quite good. What is the sploosh for? Sploosh means I need to drink, Barnaby. It's a reminder for me, the stupid streamer, to drink, because sometimes we get talking and we don't remember. Also, how you doing, Normie? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're good. And it's a nice way for people to kind of take part, in the stream and show their care. Some people show their care for me by coming into the stream and petting me on the head. Once when I get here, once when I go on break, and once when I leave. Or when they leave. And I notice it. And that's so sweet. Other people throw things at me. Other people make sure I'm hydrated. Some people come in here and make me stand up. Thanks for doing this. Oh, you're totally welcome. Oh, there's a pie on my head. What kind of pie is it? Also, if you can't come up with an original name for a pie, Have you checked your vitals? Anyway, back to work. Uh-oh is right. Got it. You know what? Yeah, especially now that my snoot has bled. Like, I hate that. I feel so bad for people. Wait, viewer numbers went up by 10 during that discussion. I'm gonna try and not look again. Copilot's understanding of... Okay, we've already read this. So it's saying... Basically what it's saying right here is... every time we ask it a question, it's looking through the history of everything we've ever talked to it about and everything we've ever done. Cool, that's not terrifying. Hi, Mouse Master. You trust me. I didn't come here because of the discussion. Wait, the discussion or the topic? Because those are two different things. Because right before we got back to talking about Copilot, we were talking about perimenopause and nosebleeds. And before that, we were talking about Pokemon. So, relatable content. Look, I just like to know that I like people to know that life is not always the picture perfect thing that everybody talks about. And if I can express something that maybe you haven't heard in a certain way before, then I'm doing my job. Popular Dick Dick streams content. More news later. Thank you, Lucario. Don't use Copilot to plan a murder. You know, Goldie, what's really funny is I would love to ask Copilot, what is the best way to do a murder of XYZ? Let's not even, I don't know what would happen. And I am too scared to find out. Throw another 15,000 words at it. Yes, that's true. Let's see. Transform how you work. Oh God, here comes sales words. I have to sit up. With a deep understanding of your context, Microsoft 365 Copilot doesn't just stop at the observations, it takes action. Search and retrieval. Copilot uses powerful search capabilities that identify useful data and content sources that can assist you. Natural phrasing with large language models. Okay, bud. Large language models, LLMs, provide the engine that powers Copilot. LLMs ensure that allow Copilot to craft naturally phrased recommendations, ensuring that any content it generates aligns with your unique situation, like hell it does. Refining recommendations. It's not about quantity, but quality. Copilot evaluates potential suggestions, refining them to ensure what you get is contextually relevant and specific. Okay, bud, you just said the same thing 3 times. It allows it to guess at how to form sentences. Yes, you're right. Hi, Lanix. Hi, it's going good. How you doing? I wish they'd be more specific, but it sure is a thing of things. They're very, very vague. Do you think Copilot wrote this? It's 90% possible, Atheist. It's 90% possible. M365 Copilot's designed... Could you imagine how... imagine if we said every time we say the word Copilot tonight, take a drink of water. How much water would we go through? It's said like 1 billion times per sentence. Enhanced meeting engagement. Copilot can help you stay more engaged in meetings. No, it doesn't. My God, what makes you think this? Copilot, what part of what you do makes you think this? What do you mean enhanced meeting engagement? It provides quick catch-ups for meetings you missed, ensuring you're always in the loop. That doesn't make you more engaged in meetings. That makes you more likely to skip the meeting knowing you can get it easily after. I don't understand. Explain yourself. It's summer here. There's literally not enough water in the country for that. Agreed. How is this learning stream so popular? Why are we drawn to this? I'm as confused as Snoot is. I think because we're all kind of curious about AI and how it's being used in our corporate environments. And I am trying to allow, I'm trying to learn it so I can implement it and, more importantly, actually explain to people what they need to do for it to not suck. I want to prepare people for this because people are starting to really, really rely way too much on AI, and they don't know how to talk to it properly. They don't know where it's getting things back, and it's scary. It's really scary. I see a lot of it. I'm here to say things that make Snoot's facepalm, and you're very good at it. This could allow people to skip meetings. It can, Shaku, yes. So, like, even... I got a little angry because the other week I wasn't feeling good, so I skipped a big meeting. And then I went into Teams thinking, like, oh, I'll just use Copilot to get the transcript. I'll get the action items. I'll run it through, and then I'll be able to get caught up really quickly. They didn't have Copilot. They aren't paying for Copilot, so I wasn't able to do that. Somebody has to attend the meeting in order for anything to happen. So if we feed AI nothing but VTuber streams, will it think humans actually have fur and odd sexual fetishes? Yes. And actually, I've done a talk about this. Mouse Master, not VTubers and sex fetishes. But there is actually a training example I always give because I've trained models to do like image recognition. And one of the examples is if you want to teach an AI to tell the difference between different types of apples, like this is a Cosmic Crisp, this is a Pink Lady, this is a Granny Smith, and you keep taking pictures, right? You take pictures of apples and you take 1,000 pictures of apples, okay? And then you put it through. And it keeps telling you that every apple it sees is it's getting it right. And then you show a picture of the apple in your hand, and it thinks it can't tell what it is. Because if you have any similarities in the backgrounds of you taking pictures of your apples, it's going to think that's part of the apple because it doesn't have the context for what it actually is. So that's a problem that we see a lot. And I can explain that more later if we want to talk about it. You're pretty certain your rural healthcare, you're not going to be using any sort of AI. I would hope not, Lanix. I would hope not. The personal health information is a big deal. But what you can use parts of AI for, Lanix, and you might already be, is, for example, let's see if I can show you in here. This is kind of separate, but it's another piece I know about, so I may as well show it. Especially even the Australians, I can show this specific to you, and that rarely happens, right? So, let's see here. If I go into the compliance area, or security? Might be security. So this is the Microsoft administrative back end. I am in my sandbox environment. I'm sorry if it's flashbanging you. See if it lets me in. Hello? Okay. No, I don't need help. Okay. Exposure management, investigation and response, hunting, terrifying, hey? Threat intelligence, they have recently reorganized all of these. Is it compliance? It's compliance now. Okay, it's not defender, it's compliance. Dark mode is flashbanging me. I need light mode because of my astigmatism. Oh, heck, really? Oh my god, just take me wherever I need to go. Don't tell me about it. Just link to the right place, Microsoft. Subby, hi. How you doing? Good Lord, I don't care. Jesus Christ, I don't care. Let me out. X. Oh my god, I don't... Ugh. Okay, anyway. I'll just tell you. So basically what I was going to try and say is that there are trainable classifiers. So what that means is it actually has a whole bunch of personal health information already trained inside of the inside of Purview. Purview, compliance, defender, security, whatever you call it. So you can say, for example, hey, if an email is going out and you detect that there's an Australian health number, if you detect that there's a German address, if you detect that there is a social insurance number, you can give specific countries and sets of data. You can say, don't let that email go out. Stop it. Put a flag on it. Don't let it go anywhere. You can do those kind of things inside of documents, inside of forms that are filled out, the emails going out, whatever it might be. You can say, stop it. Or you can put a specific tag on it. I won't get too heavy into sensitivity labels with you because it's a lot. But you can basically say, hey, if this is a PDF and it has these types of details in it, like you find a personal health number, lock it down so only these specific people can see, and only let it be sent around within the organization. And if it goes external, if that PDF is external, it actually won't let people open it, which is wild that it can do that. It's really interesting to me, but it just completely stops you from ever opening something. But yeah. Also, Sebi, yes, so much fun. So much fun. I was 100% expecting to be completely by myself in here, but everybody wants to bitch about Microsoft with me, so we're in good company. Training AI is not the primary purpose it was collected for. Wait. It's happening without patient consent. Like, is this gonna get messy with health? Consent isn't needed to use patient data for the primary purpose it was collected for. Yes. So if health data is used in an AI for health reasons, additional consent is not required. Oh, that is some interesting... I'm very curious what the actual legality is around that. Do we have any lawyers in here? Not that you would probably want to stick your nose into this. This is like the worst flavor of law, I'd imagine. But I am curious. With streamlined navigation flows like that, compliance portal, I can see why. What's funny is compliance used to be really, really easy to get through, but I'll also give you an idea is that I was setting up a sensitive whistleblower workflow like last week, and I was using a sensitivity label to say, hey, when anything that starts with the letters WB hyphen goes into this specific SharePoint library, set a sensitivity label on it so that no one else can see it on top of the security, so that no one can email it. And it doesn't work. It simulates and then it fails, and nothing will work. And it is the simplest of rules. In any case, I digress. Is that like when they use AI to diagnose booba cancer before it's normally detected? I mean, hey, if that's tricky. Bad news for the word whippersnapper. Anyway, I still think this is BS. Helps you stay more engaged in meetings. The hell it does. It does not. If anything, it makes me less engaged in meetings because I know I can easily catch up after. Efficient email management. Helps you streamline your email communication by summarizing. That's not email management. It's not your email management. Writing assistance. That's what this was, you jackass. You just repeated the same thing. Presentation development. You've already said this in a previous page. Data analysis and visualization. Wait, really? Hold on. Describe your agent. I don't want to describe my agent. Ask Copilot a question. Thank you for the sploosh, Iris. Not for individuals. That's not what I want. Ow! This one. Nope, it still wants me to just make agents. Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't give top-level access to the business mailbox. You have to log in via the external website to manage it. What? It sounds like you can disengage from meetings, and the meeting could have been an email, so maybe this will help things. I mean, I would hope so, but who knows? Ugh, okay. I'm curious about this data visualization part. Security and compliance. Your data remains protected with comprehensive enterprise compliance and security controls. God damn it, Timmy. I'm up. Build an agent for making a Copilot agent. Oh, let's see. Let's see what it says. Agents. New agent. Type your message. Hello, I'm here to help you build an agent so that you can get more done. You can say something like provide best practices for project management or help my teammates onboard a new project. What would you like to make? I would like to make an agent that easily and completely offboards people from using Copilot. Let's determine a name for your agent. How about Copilot Offboarding Assistant? Please confirm. Okay. It's actually being pretty agreeable about it. This agent assists users in easily and completely offboarding from Copilot by providing clear instructions. Anyway. Which is kind of funny, because you can't do that if you're just a person in an organization, so... Oh, what about this? I'm curious, actually. Cancel. Okay, let's create an agent to walk someone through setting up a Twitch streaming account that will propel them to stardom in their Fortnite career. Let's determine a name for your agent. How about Twitch Streaming Guide? Please confirm. Confirm. What's a Fortnite career? No one knows. Great, now let's refine the instructions for the Twitch Streaming Guide. First, let's determine what the agent should do. What are the main tasks or goals the agent should help with? For examples, guide users through creating a Twitch account, provide tips for setting up a streaming environment, offer Twitch on growing a Twitch audience. Oh god, okay, it's too real. So what we've determined is that it doesn't have anything in there to limit it to specific corpo babble. We can make it anything, okay? We can make it anything. So we can make like a little health and wellness bot in there or something. Like, Tell me wait, can it tell me a joke? Hold on. Tell me a joke. This is not even what this is for, by the way. The content was... You guys can't see it. It says the content was filtered due to responsible AI restrictions. Please try something else. Ask the question about OnlyFans. I mean, OnlyFans is for everything, though. It's not just for porn. Anyway, security and compliance. Your data remains protected. User control. You maintain control over AI suggestions, deciding which to use, modify, or discard. Responsible AI restrictions. Thou shalt not be funny. No laughing about AI, everybody. This is very serious. Write an agent to tell us jokes. Oh. Create an agent to tell dad jokes to employees to brighten their days. Copilot agent to guide someone through perimenopause. The content was filtered. Rude. Okay. Okay, logical architecture. It uses your organization's data that you as an individual have access to. Okay, so all they're saying here, and again, this is what you need to be very aware of, because this is another part that people don't think about, is everything you as a user have access to. Okay? Now, there's a slight issue with how people think about security. They think that if you don't have the link to something and you can't find the link to something, that means you don't have access. You and I know that's not true, right? Just because I don't know where a house is doesn't mean that if I have the key in my hand, that I couldn't just open it if I happened to be dropped on the front door. And that's what it means. It means that house might accidentally be delivered to you and you just have the key in your hand because nobody has figured it out, right? This is a weird metaphor, but security through obscurity. Exactly. And we see a lot of that in Microsoft. A lot of it, like not through Microsoft, but through the way people set up their products. Automate our corporate personality. Oh my God, we can make the driest, most corporate person ever. Also, like one of the things that you can do that's really fun in like ChatGPT is tell it, I don't know if you guys have seen this, to tell it to talk to you like a bro. Let's see. Tell me how to handle menopause, but do it as if you're a bro and I'm your bro. You let it respond. Make it 25% more bro-ish. All right, bro, let's break this down with some extra swagger. Menopause is like a wild ride, but you're there to help your girl or whoever's going through it stay chill. Here's the lowdown. Hot flashes. Bro, out of nowhere, she might start sweating like she's in a sun. So, anytime you need to learn something, you know, and it doesn't really matter if it's right or not, I guess, you just tell it to bro it up. It's pretty freaking funny. Diet and fitness bro, she might start complaining about weight gain or low energy. Time to step it up, bro. Let's be workout buddies. I mean, this is pretty good recommendations. Like, it's just... Listen up, bro. Menopause isn't just about the physical stuff. It messes with the mind, too. Like, this is kind of great. It added bro to every line. So we could also say, okay, please rewrite this, but use as many corporate words as possible. Patience and emotional intelligence, thermoregulation and adaptive support, rest and recovery management. See, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I think it's funny. So, like, there's some parts of AI where it's like, it's just silly, right? That's not hurting anybody. That's not, like, stealing. It's taking words. I mean, I guess in a way it is stealing, though, isn't it? But it's words. This becomes a very fuzzy line. I'm a little confused about that, thinking through it. But yeah, no, the bro stuff. The first time I ever used AI, that was the first thing I did was, what did I tell it to do? I think I told it to, like, sell me a pen, but do it was like it was a bro. Is it stealing someone else's document and filtering it? So it could be. It should be taking, like, basically all of those symptoms out there from bullet points from menopause, like, medical journals, putting them together, and then finding the connectivity between each of those words and putting them wherever they should fit in this, right? Like, which bullet point should it be crammed into? You guys know I am staunchly against AI. Oh, yeah. Please cite your sources. I don't have specific sources to cite for that response because it was conversational and creative rewrite using common knowledge and corporate jargon rather than referencing specific academic or research-based content. Huh. That's confusing. Anyway, I'm here to make fun of Copilot. I have no issue with AI as long as the training data is... Yes, exactly, Tonamel. That's exactly the part for me, too. But it's like, I have no issue... Because every time I've used AI, where I've actually used the output, it's been for my own crap. It's been like, I wrote this. Please make it more succinct. Please make it sound more like someone smarter wrote it. You know, that kind of BS. It's never like, you know, write me a document that says these things. I don't do that. I don't trust it. I have done like, give me an outline before, so I have a place to start with something. I've done that to get ideas, but that's it. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Logical architecture. So what is this? Data comes in, data goes out. Can't explain that. Dataverse and Power Platform services, plugins, and Bing. Oh God, that's the out. Okay, so Copilot, user prompt. It goes into Copilot stuff. And then it goes out to the language model and it processes it and then it comes back in and it puts it through the graph and it looks at all the things. So what the Microsoft graph is what connects all the different Microsoft products to bring all the information together from each individual product that houses your information. Yeah, data comes out. Trash in, trash out. Don't read the image. Ask it to summarize the image. I can't. It's back here somewhere and I can't find it. Graphs. Here's an explanation of how M365 Copilot works. Copilot receives an input prompt from a user in an app, such as Word or PowerPoint. Copilot then pre-processes the input prompts through an approach called grounding. Ooh, we got a new word. Guys, we got a new word. It's an approach called grounding, which improves the specificity of the prompt to help you get answers that are relevant and actionable to your specific task. Oh my God, please just speak English. The prompt can include text from input files or other content discovered by Copilot. Copilot sends the prompt to the LLM for processing. Copilot only accesses data that an individual user has existing access to based on, for example, role-based controls. And that's true. That's true, because that would count things like in your Teams permissions or your SharePoint permissions or sensitivity labels. All that stuff comes together and says, can you see this or can you not? Copilot returns a response to the app where the user can review. Okay, that's oversimplification, but sure. Core components. Okay, let's go through this real quick because I don't care. LLMs, large language models. In the context, they're the engine that drives the capabilities. Azure OpenAI service hosts the model. Okay, it's running it through the models to make words. Okay, language processing, so it talks. It goes through tokenization. So basically, that means it's looking through a sentence to identify keywords to identify metadata. I've played this I've played with this a little bit when I was building a keyword analysis AI thingy in Power Automate. I didn't always do a great job of figuring out what the keywords were, but it did a pretty good job. It was mostly okay. It was helpful. Your old friend RBAC. What's an RBAC, Subby? So many buzzwords though. Used ChatGPT for database table structure before and it worked. Oh, nice. There's a quest in RuneScape where the quest giver only speaks in corporate jargon. Really? Oh, that blows. Role-based access control. Gotcha. Semantic analysis. Copilot to understand the underlying meaning or context. Sentiment analysis. Assess the mood or emotion. Language translation. Multilingual. So that was one of those questions from earlier. Also, I saw an article earlier because I follow a bunch of different stuff on Reddit, and somebody was saying how they were trying to cancel their I think it was what was it? It was some kind of membership to like a subscription box, and they kept on saying cancel, 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 cancel to the bot, and the bot kept giving them different responses on like, oh, you might like this or you might like that. So they swore at the bot, and the bot was like, okay, you're canceled. So that's an example of sentiment analysis or semantic analysis working together to determine like, oh, hey, no, this person's for real. It could have been both. It's hard to say which it was. Write an agent that makes every third word be in traditional Mandarin, every fifth word be in Japanese kanji, and any other word which would count for both be in Polish. Dang. Exactly, they've had enough. Oh, you saw it too, Pig? I thought that was hilarious. Because somebody programmed that, right? Somebody was like, okay, it's like writing your choose your own adventure, right? It's like, turn to page 6 if you want to do this. Turn to page 8 if you want to do this. Just close the goddamn book if you start swearing about it. Microsoft Graph, we just talked about this. We already know what the graph is. It connects all the different things that you use within Copilot Chat. That's where you talk in and it responds to you. Shared experience in M365 Copilot enables users, blah, blah, blah. Catch up on things. It can synthesize and summarize large amounts of data. Catch up on things quickly with Copilot Chat. Okay, how do I get to it? Coming soon. Oh, thanks, guys. Great. Good. It's fantastic. Okay. Create content and brainstorm. Create content with Copilot Chat. Okay, none of these work. Get quick answers. Great, good. Knowledge check. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Check your knowledge. What is the role of natural language processing in Microsoft 360 Copilot? It's used to analyze the sentiment. It's integral as it bridges the gap between human language and machine understanding. Or it's used to translate text from one language to another. I didn't actually read this part. I assume it's the middle one. Yeah. Helps machines understand and interpret and respond to human language. A zoop. 400 points. Oh boy. That's 800 points total for those who are following along at home. Drives the user insane. More or less, yes. Like, I know Copilot is in here somewhere too, but I cannot find where to actually ask it questions. So I don't have Word or Excel or any of those things in this standard environment. And I've just used, I've got Copilot set up in my own actual tenant. It hasn't triggered yet though, so it's not actually there. So can you use those points for Game Pass? Oh my God, I wish. I wish I could use them for anything. I don't think I can. I think it's just to like show off to other people, which, you know, who would do that? Examine, oh, this ought to be good. This ought to be good. Examine how Microsoft is committed to responsible AI. Whew, I'm gonna have a drink. Oh, exactly, Ilmer, and I agree. All multiple choices should have all answers be similar in structure so you can't just glance and shoot. Copilot recursively rewrite your responses until you no longer sound like Clippy's messed up cousin. Microsoft integrates AI into its operations with a strong emphasis on ethics and responsibility. Okay, but like, does that mean, and let's see if it tells us, let's say that, actually, I'm trying to remember. I tested Copilot at one point asking who would be best for a CEO role. Because I was trying to check it on things like race or age or sex, you know, things like that. And it came up and told me somebody older is better. It didn't comment on the other things even when I tried to push it a little bit, which was, you know, it shouldn't. But it did say that older is better for CEO, which is like, you had to take informatics as part of your psych degree. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess as like how people would actually respond to quizzes like this. Okay, so fairness. Aims to eliminate bias, ensuring equal treatment for all users. Okay, here's my question. Also, we have an ad coming up in 3 minutes. And if you've been here for this far, my God, thank you. Hello. Hi. How does it do this? Because if it's based only on the actual information that's held within your tenant, what if all of your data within the tenant is biased? How can it eliminate bias if the only source it has is biased information? This is not clear. Reliability and safety. Rigorous testing ensures it performs consistently and safely. What does safely mean? Does that mean within the conforms of the permissions that we have across the rest of the tenant? I would assume so, but it goes next to the next station or the next bullet point of privacy and security. Then what do you mean by safety? What does this mean? Consistently, okay, I can see that one, but safely? Your data is protected both in training and post-deployment phases. Microsoft places a premium on safeguarding user details. I should hope so. Inclusiveness, they are accessible and beneficial for everyone, regardless of physical ability, gender, or ethnicity. AI tools are crafted to be accessible and beneficial for everyone. This seems odd. I would be very curious to know how they would word how this was done. Not updated to the new US standards, I see. I know, right? Good God. X to doubt. Transparency. Microsoft believes in keeping users informed about how its AI systems work and their intended purposes. I mean, to be fair, they probably didn't expect anyone was going to read this, right? Safety may be this response has been redacted for safety. Maybe, yeah, maybe. It's one of the earliest AI got turned loose on the net and started spouting Nazi propaganda within hours. I remember that. What was her name? That bot had a name. What was her name? It does sound like propaganda. I agree. Yeah. Accountability. Ethical and legal standards are at the forefront, with AI developers and designers held accountable for the creations. What I would love to be able to answer here is, like, if it's aiming to eliminate biases, that's the big one for me. How do you eliminate biases if you're using information in a company that is already biased? How are you answering their questions using the only data they have in their systems? So the background is unethical in unlegal? You mean illegal? It depends. Like, who knows? This is my question though, Izumbrus. This is what I'm trying to figure out, is like, how are they navigating around this? And that was the Microsoft AI. Was it Chuffy? Oh God. Her name was Eva. Let's see here. Microsoft is a global leader, blah, 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 DAI, ethical, trustworthy, secure, okay? But again, it just told us secure as far as it goes. Illegal indeed, that was the word. Hey, it's real late, I got you. We're just working through this and trying to ask as many questions as we can. Oh, it wasn't actually Eva. Okay, I was curious for a second. I was like, it's a little on the nose, but all right. Microsoft harnesses a blend of ethical AI principles, compliance standards for responsible AI, and comprehensive AI research. Okay. I'm going to take you at your word for right now, because I don't have a choice, Microsoft. But also, I will be testing all of this. Check your knowledge. Oh boy. Module assessment, and there's more than one question. Woo. What is Microsoft's approach to ensuring equal treatment for all users that in their AI operations? It prioritizes the speed of their AI systems, ensures equal treatment for users who pay premium. I hate this because it's sales answers. I hate how often this goes. Like, this is so common for publicly facing quizzes for items that they want to sell. What is the role of large language models? Used to translate text? No. Used to understand user inputs and generate relevant responses? Used to classify? No, it's the middle. Copilot component brings more context from user signals from the prompts, such as information about emails, chats, documents. That's Microsoft Graph. Oh my gosh! It's like I'm a professional. Time to get that dopamine. I mean, I got 400 points, but I can't use them on anything, so why do I care? Why do I care? Points for days! Summary. In this module, you learned, you examined Microsoft 365, how it works. I don't care. Complete module. Hooray! You earned an achievement. Let's share your achievement. No. I don't want to do that. Explore possibilities. Does any of this actually aid learning the content? No, it's sales. It's sales. So basically what I'm doing when I go through this is I am picking up keywords. I'm picking up keywords that I know where the information is if I need to speak to it, and it's going to remind me of things when I have to bring it up. This stuff is going to be a little bit more interesting, where it's actually about, well, how the hell do we actually, what do we do with it? E-peen only. Let me post all of my Let me post all of my cool Microsoft findings on X. Said no one. Because no one posts on X. No one uses X. That's gross. Ew. This module explores the practical usage of M365. Oh, this ought to be good. This is going to be good. They're going to give us examples of actually using it. Okay. Continue. Summarize and draft emails. Straight to LinkedIn with these achievements. Oh my god, I hate people who. Sorry, I shouldn't be so mean. But there's so many people who just post achievement, and I'm like, what do you do at work? You posted on X once, but the letter fell apart as it melted. That's the only time it should work. There's achievements on LinkedIn. Yes, endorsements and achievements are linked. Well, because Microsoft owns LinkedIn, right? That's why, is it Control-Shift-Windows-Key-L that opens LinkedIn? Obviously, I'm not going to try it right now, but you can try it. What grade level would you say this is aimed at? I think somebody in grade 10 or 11 could probably get through this. It's a bit corporate jargony, though. Oh, it didn't? Let me go back to my menopause thing here. Is it keyboard shortcut to open LinkedIn? There you go. Control-Shift-Alt-Windows-L. Very natural hand movement. Windows L locks the computer, yes. Control-Shift-Alt-Windows-L. Did you try it? It works, right? Horrific. Why would anybody need that, ever? Isn't that all of the buttons? Pretty much. Apparently they decided to just hook that in instead of like just letting you use a bookmark, but you know, who am I to say anything? It's super gross, hey? It's crazy. Like, why? Anyway, M365 Copilot in Outlook makes managing emails easier, lets you focus on effective communication. All right, let's see. Summarize email threads. So you can use Copilot, the thread summarize feature designed to simplify your email. With this feature, Outlook offers concise bullet points or generates an entire summary. Okay. Summary by Copilot. I've never seen this yet. I've never seen this actually pop up. But this does look interesting. I wouldn't trust it to actually get the calls to action, because you know the one person in the thread's going to be like, by the way, Snoot, can you look at this? And it's not going to catch that one thing. So it's saying that you now have this AI-generated content that you can okay in Outlook that will come at the top and give you a quick synopsis. So Adele Vance reached out to you to discuss the upcoming all-hands leadership meeting, including Q3 targets, team accomplishments. Oh my God. You suggested recognizing outstanding team members, and Adele agreed. Good. Helps you draft emails. I also haven't seen this come up yet, but this is so fun to play with. This stuff is so fun to play with, because you can do things like, I want to fire someone, but I want to make it a poem and make it very long, like it's an epic ballad, and I want them to know that we never really liked them in the first place. Just to play with things like that, to see how it puts together conflicting emotions. So you have that sentiment, which is negative, but you have the semantics, which are poetic. I want them to know it was me. Tell them. Exactly. So, I mean, if you are the type of person that has a really hard time, or you get like paralysis when you're typing an email, that's common. This is helpful. Like, I think this is a good idea. Copilot, fire Bill Gates, but do it in a rhyme. Make it a haiku. You can have Copilot create multiple drafts in the same email with a different tone and length, and you can figure out which one you like. That's kind of cool. I mean, it takes away the personalization, but if you're trying to be cold and corporate anyway, why not? Fire them and tell them it was your decision. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Please be out by 5. You have email paralysis, so you might use this. Yeah, see, like, I get it. So for me, sometimes I'm super cold and short when I'm writing these emails because I'm like, I just want to get the information out. Okay. So I could use this to make it a bit fluffier. Or sometimes I do the total opposite. Copilot, give me text about the French Revolution and compare it to the present. Oh no, depressing. Sad. Let's see. It's important you keep in mind the following items. Oh, it's actually telling us. Pay attention to the salutation and the complimentary close. Make sure they're both in the right target. Note the tone if it's too casual. Note the length of the message. Does it explain? Is it overly complicated? Does it have too many technical terms? Or does it fail to describe what an acronym means? You've never once typed an email without a blue line under it because passive voice is real. Yo, I have used the world's supply of commas. I just wanted you all to know that if you're ever typing one day and you go to type a comma and it's like, sorry, we don't have any left, that's my fault, I'm sorry. Fona! Hi, Fona. Hello. Let's see. Keep it. You can choose to keep it, discard it, or regenerate. Obviously, you can do that as much as possible, as much as you want. That's where all of your commas went. Yeah, all me. So I'm also one of those people from early on in the internet that I never type a full paragraph, right? I type 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Enter, 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 enter. That's why you see me spamming chat also. I pretty much always hit enter every time I think. I stop to think. Really, Fona? I'm excited. Oh my god, it's so cute. Squeesh. Blip. I love it. They'll love it too. Let's see here. She did indeed, Pixel. Yeah, the lack of blood, we'll see what Chonga thinks of it, but I also understand why. Yes, I commissioned Fona to get the emotes that you guys won from the, was it Hot Potato or the subathon? Hot Potato. Hot Potato. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so you can generate whatever. So, emails. It'll write emails for you. Design captivating presentations with PowerPoint. Oh, God. Your presentations aren't meant to be captivating. They're meant to be informative and be a backdrop to you, the speaker. I can do that too. Hit enter and then me. Dope. That would save my life. Would it, Capri? Now, this has actually been around for a really long time because there's actual, it wasn't called Copilot before, but inside of PowerPoint, there is a, what did they call it before? It was like it wasn't PowerPoint Wizard. It was, I don't remember what it was. Oh, I get to sit now. That's exciting. Time to rewrite your Valheim PowerPoints with Copilot. No, Microsoft can stay away from my gaming. Thank you. But in any case, yeah, pieces of this were there before. It could previously come up with ideas for your actual presentation. The PowerPoint Wizard exists precisely when it means yes. To get started, open the Copilot pane within PowerPoint and create a presentation. In the prompt window, provide a topic. Yeah, they've just rebranded this. So I've used this before. It's a bit fluffy for my liking, but it does keep it consistent for your template, and it can help you get a really good bullet point start. I would probably myself go to ChatGPT or Copilot first, whatever. Get your bullet points, create a slide in here, which you can create a design based on your idea, and it can give you examples, and that all works well. But I haven't tried it all together yet like this. Also, by the way, there's so many things in PowerPoint that people just don't know about. Like, PowerPoint has so many cool features. Oh, what streamer do I know you? Is it from Smurf? Yes, it's probably from Mortal Smurfs. So I do play RimWorld, and I play a lot of Valheim currently and some other stuff, but I finally got my dev tenant, and thanks for the follow. And I'm excited to talk about Copilot, because I have to learn it. Snoot, review my Valheim stream VODs and generate a PowerPoint matching the format that I use in the stream, detailing all the learnings and understandings. Oh, see, Ilmer, that would be cool. if I could get it to look at outside content. So what I would have to do in that scenario is either open my Copilot configuration to let it access the web, which right now I don't know if it will do, especially based on the bias and ethics that it said it has, so it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Or I could download a VOD, load it into the system once I have it connected to OneDrive and SharePoint, all that good stuff, and have it assess that. Possible. I am curious to know what it would do with it. That's a good question. Because I could even say like, hey, review my Twitch stream and give me ideas to improve. Tell me how to be more hip with the youth. I would never say that because I don't care. You love my avatar. Thank you so much. It's a Dick Tapir cryptid situation. Basically, my name is Snoot, so I had to have the nose, you know? Hello, fellow AI children. The phrase upload VODs to SharePoint just ran through my head and I shuddered. It's disgusting, isn't it? It's gross. PowerPoint has enough logic coding to allow it to be a state-based programming language. It is actually super impressive. So what's actually in here that they don't talk about a lot is if you're a person who's nervous about doing a presentation and you're going to have to do it, there's actually coaching in here where you can record yourself, go through it. It will record your voice. It will time you. It will count how many times you say or how many times you get stuck and tell you where and give you feedback. I've used it before. I think I used it in like 2017 when I was pretty new to talking in front of like really, really big groups of people. Now I don't care. For my PowerPoint that I had to make for a research paper, the paper title had the word cyber terrorism in it. So your visuals were giving you very modern and techie looking. Oh. It just saw cyber and it was like, here you go. That's all we got. We don't have the terrorism part. We only have the cyber part. Transform written documents into presentations.
Time to get crazy.
Time Zerg. Oh, interesting. Okay, Iris. Also, Iris, I'm impressed that you even stuck around through all this to do that. Alikaboo! Hi, I should probably turn that off. I think there's new, like, situations where you're gonna get marked as suspicious. I don't know. Is it time to get rid of the Alikaboo Insta timeout? I feel bad for it. How you doing, bud? How's it going? PowerPoints, we had a work presentation they do every year, and they used text-to-speech this year, and some of it was super... Text-to-speech? Why? Alikaboo is 100% suspicious. Well, you've been disassociating. I understand that. Microsoft has that effect on people. But let's go over here. They used to actually have people who read this stuff. Oh, you know what's really bothering me these days? And this is another thing that I, obviously in some situations, I think AI voices would be great. So for example, people who have lost their voices or have a disability where they can't speak and they want something that sounds more like the way that they would sound. All good with that. But there's so much YouTube generated content out there now that is just some AI BS reading whatever script they've created, which they've also probably generated. And YouTube's going to be so full of AI BS. I mean, it already is. I don't know what's going to happen in even 2-3 years. Oh, the one of maximum 10 slides. Oh, Ilmern, I would love to do... Okay, so there is, while I'm drawing this, there is a PowerPoint style called Pechakucha. Has anybody heard of this? Pechakucha. So I've done this before at a few different organizations because it's a very good way to get used to PowerPoint, to get used to public speaking without it being a huge thing. So a Pechakucha is 20 slides in 20 slides, 10 seconds each, and no words. And you get to talk about whatever you want to talk about, but you have to have 20 slides, no words, and you can only spend 10 seconds on each one. And it's a really interesting, to go through and try and figure out what you're going to do, what you can talk about, how your images and the content on your actual slides are going to remind you. It was called Ignite. Microsoft Ignite is a conference. That's cool though. Yeah, I've heard Pechakucha, but that's interesting. There could be different types of pieces there. All right, Zerg times Snoot. Okay, so let's think about this. There's the Hydralisk. There's the Zergling, of course. There is the Overlords, which I quite enjoy. There are the Ultralisks. I do like the Ultralisks. Is it the Ultralisks or is it the... What are the little guys that burrow into the ground? Are those the Ultras? So you have a Microsoft Paint drawing and a published painter. Wait, really? Of what, Shaku? Lurker. Thank you. Lurkers. Yeah. And then there's obviously the drones. Little drones that look like this. They just look like fleshy little crab boys, you know. They're just here to help. And then they have all the fleshy mass around them, right? And then there's the hive. Does the hive look like a fleshy volcano? I think so, right? Most Zerg can burrow. Can they? Wait, could the Hydralisk could spit? And then we have this guy. He's a Hydralisk. And he's... I don't know. I don't remember what his face looks like. Probably like this. Yeah, that seems good. Did he have a tail? This is... I don't think I'm remembering the Zerg correctly. What is that character? This is the drone from the Zerglings. I don't remember what the Hydralisk look like. I think they have fangs, maybe? And then there's the Zerglings. I think the Zerglings are closer to what I would be. So, no, not like this. He's just so happy to be there. I mean, I like the Overlords because they kind of look like what are the name of the jellyfish from Mass Effect? They're like that, but colored differently. Hanar, yes, thank you. StarCraft Remastered playthrough. I would love to. Man. The jellyfish, according to Shepard. Yes. The Hussar, right. This little guy's doing everything he can. And then there's the Lurkers. Did they come up with they have 3 spikes in the ground when they go underground? I think. And then there's the Ultralisks, which in my head, they are just woolly mammoths. Now, since I haven't played this with this in a long time, I mean, to me, they are still just woolly mammoths. I bet they're not nearly as cute as that. Let me look. I gotta look. You never played it yourself. They seem to have some lovely creatures. Well, these are just the Zerg. And the Zerg were kind of gross. Oh, the Scourge! Oh, I hated the Scourge. Those little bat jackasses. Mutalisk. Ultralisk. Oh yeah, now that's not a woolly mammoth at all, is it? Huh. Oh yeah, no, it's not a woolly mammoth. Why is it like that in my head? Hold on. Copy image. Okay. No, okay, at least I got one somewhat right? There we go. Great. Hydralisk. They're based off Tyranids from wow, how long has Warhammer been around? Okay, I think I got Hydralisk pretty right. So apparently they don't have back legs, but I mean otherwise, come on, that's pretty close. Put him over here. Drone. I got the drone okay. Copy image. Lurker. Burrowed. I can't see any pictures of them burrowed, but I mean, more or less. You can barely see a difference. See, I just wanted to make sure I showed all my Star Trek cred to you. That's cred, not crud. Scanning. Can you add a snoot larva? A larva? Hold on. Okay. I remember the larva, actually. No, that doesn't work. It looks very inconvenienced. How do links work here? Oh, go ahead, Shaku. Links are completely open. The not a crab is almost a face hugger. He wouldn't hug your face except with love. I mean, I guess maybe they're all trying to hug with love. There's a little snoot larva. It looks very angry, though. You know, this is... This is the only time I'm not angry about you guys bringing up the viewers, because I find it hilarious. But just so you know, in case you're anywhere else ever, no streamer likes seeing their view count. But right now, you people are weird. What have you stepped into? Well, Bat? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Oh, by the way, if anybody hasn't seen this yet, where is it? Here. Okay. Here. Open. This is Babraham. So what I did was I made her transparent so we can give her any bikini that we want. So if we wanted to give her like a co-pilot bikini, let's see, co-pilot logo. Oh, perfect. Copy image. Great. Okay. Whoops. Control Z. Copy image. Okay. Little T. Great. Now I can go layer. Oh, I can't go new layer. Damn it. Go back. There we go. See, now we can give her co-pilot bikini. Isn't that nice? What do you mean? She's beautiful. She is an older lady who is just proud of who she is.
I like your boobs.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Also, I had to laugh because last night we had somebody come in and see this and go, is that AI? And he going, no, this is not AI. This is actually a replacement for AI because the other one was AI. So then now I'm realizing that as an artist, sorry, I actually have to keep things like this to prove it. Like, oh, here's some of the shading. Here's the highlights. Like, here's the color or no color. Here's the lines or no lines. Like, in order to protect myself and to prove things I never thought I'd have to prove, like that I had drawn Abraham Lincoln as a gorgeous older lady, you know. But also people keep saying that the belly button looks like a mouth, and that is horrific. I don't like that part. It's like a parfait, so many layers. First day on the internet, she's covered. She's, you know, she was anti-slavery. What's more, you know, she's just beautiful. Anyway, I cannot unsee that. Thank you. Good. Good. Anyway, back to co-pilot. Back to co-pilot. Did you see my defense of your mammoths? Oh, no. Let's see. Clicking. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. They do look like mammoths from the side. Thank you. You're right. Okay, I feel better about it. Snoot, both of her thighs being on the front leg across. No, her, let me go back to this because I thought about this when I was painting it. So, her left leg, which is this one right here, is crossing over in front, and there's a little bit of fat because she is older. Her fat is a little bit less attached and supple, so there's a bit of a wrinkle being pushed forward. If you could see if I went further down and I had more shading, it would make more sense, but I get why it looks like that. And sorry, that was very, very defensive of me. I thought of it when I was doing it, so I wanted to be like, oh, guess what, fellow? Send me that on Discord. It is on Discord. It is on Discord. I put it in the art channel so that you guys can play with it. Like I would hold that back from you guys. Come on. Who do you think I am? I put a lot of thought. I did so much. I need to find another thing to draw because I keep on trying to somewhat mimic like the Rimworld style because I like that style, but it seems to be mouse drawn. Hey, Ignalis, hey, we're just looking at Abraham Lincoln. I don't understand the question. All right. Transform written doc. I really like this. Okay. This is something that's going to be very common to a lot of you, actually. So taking a document that's already written and transforming it into presentations, for me, take a requirements document and turn it into training content to give to each different level. The admin level, the end user level, the power user level. You might have to explain to it what each of those are, but that is useful. If it works. I don't know. It just layouts, reformat text. Okay, nobody cares about this. Please don't put animations into your PowerPoint unless it's like really making a point. It is just irritating. It's just irritating. Good night, Capri. Thanks for hanging out and talking about stuff with us. That'll make PowerPoints I need to make this semester so easy. Heck yes, Soda. Especially if your textbooks are online, which I'd imagine many of them are. Swirl edits are life. Star swipe for life. Star swipe. Subtle animation has a place, but it has to stay subtle. The only time I like animation, except when you're doing something stupid like taking a 3D dinosaur and turning it, because you can do that also in PowerPoint, by the way. You can load in 3D assets and turn them. Is when you slowly make a list appear because you don't want people to get ahead of you. That's fine. Glitter transitions. It's the jazz hands of PowerPoint. Let's see. Analyze your data. Okay, this is Excel. This is Excel. Now, you should already know how to analyze your own data, but there is some good stuff in here where it can try and find correlations. However, if it doesn't have clean data, if it has too many columns that it has to look at, it's never going to be able to find them. That's a phrase I never expected to hear. Which one is that, Iron Bar? So you open it in Excel. In the prompt window, enter your analysis query. Is it going to give us an example? Probably. Yes. Are there any outliers in my data? Find and plot the correlation between marketing spend and sales revenue. Help me forecast next quarter's sales based on current trends. I love this. Help me forecast. Jazz hands of PowerPoint. Oh my God. You can also just do transformation commands like sort data by launch date. Change the table style. But like, why would you type this in instead of just doing it? This is what's going to be interesting to me as like, especially as somebody who often comes in to train other people. It's going to turn into a lot of this. Like, well, why can't I just type it in? What is the prompt? That's what I'm guessing training is going to turn into. Is not training how to do something, but how to use prompts for different requirements that you might have. And I don't like that. You know, maybe I'm old, but that's me. Sort data by launch date. Or, you know, click the sort button. Some people don't know how to set a table to filter in the first place, though, Sebi. Like, that's the hard part. A friend added glitter transition into page turns on their PhD dissertation. That's so good, though. I'm glad they had fun with it. You want bearded drawings of ladies? Do you? I mean, I can do more. I can do more. I've always wanted to draw, like, androgynous, completely genderqueer people. And I feel like Abraham Lincoln is a bit of an icon. She's gorgeous. She's respectable. She's an older lady. Maybe them. Maybe them. We don't know. This is a made-up person. Abraham Lincoln, I bet, is a them. But I don't know. I can't say it. You know, I'm not them. So I read glitter transition. I was thinking it was a pride thing. Hey, it's always time for pride. Rainbows for life. What else here? Plot inventory cost, proposed inventory. Okay, so you can ask a whole bunch of nerd questions to your data. Fine. Is that it? Okay, Babes and Hour. There aren't any rules against it, so why not? Exactly what I say. Exactly what I say. Microsoft 365 Copilot Teams. Oh no. Elevates the efficiency of teamwork, facilitating seamless conversations and more productive meetings. Oh Lord. It helps in keeping you updated with discussions, summarizing key actions, and organizing local points of conversations to promote a streamlined workflow within your team. That assumes that you already know how to use Microsoft Teams. And I would bet money that even many of you who are already using Microsoft Teams don't know half of what it actually does. And that's not like an insult. It's just typical that people just use it to chat with each other. Nobody knows how it's supposed to be set up and nobody cares. I'm okay. All right. Copilot and Teams can help users capture and share key points, action items, and outcomes of their online meetings. It's available in both chat threads and meetings.
Damn good, damn good job.
Didn't expect that. During a meeting, Copilot can summarize key discussion points, suggest action items. Okay, but this isn't during a meeting. Wait, it says, and identify whether people are aligned or disagreeing in real time. I have never seen it do that. I have only ever seen it give you all these things after, never during. I'm going to start trying to watch for that. I've not seen it. Copilot and Teams can also get users caught up on missed meetings by providing a summary. Good. And after a meeting, Copilot can generate meeting notes. So basically, administrative assistants are getting replaced by $10 per person per month. A lot of the things this is doing pretty much describe what my job was in like 2006. Wait, you can make Copilot do its own Twitch poll? What? Maybe. I get the vibes that you care about Teams. I care deeply about setting up applications in an informed way to not make things suck later. The most productive meeting places in the world are smokers' corners. That is one of the last batch of interdepartmental discussion. I could see that, yeah. Does chat agree with streamer? Yes, no, and it completes the poll itself. For real-time alignment sensing. Oh, if I connected it to chat, can it hide me from you picking your snoot nose? Maybe. In chat threads, okay. What is this? Select a prompt. Highlights from the past day, past 7 days. Okay, so it can go through your actual team, see if there's discussions happening, and give you highlights of what's happened there. God, I really wish I had this active in one of my clients because they talk nonstop. Harness meeting insights. Okay. During the meeting. Joining a meeting late is no longer a concern with Copilot by your side to furnish you with a succinct summary of the missed discussions, empowering you to catch up swiftly. Oh my God. Utilize the suggested prompts or craft your own personalized questions to garner essential insights about the ongoing meeting context, enhancing your engagement and comprehension. Explore a range of questions to delve deeper into the conversation, such as, what did Janet say about the quarterly budget? Has the new marketing strategy been discussed yet? Could you suggest a question for me to ask about the project timeline so I sound smart? It didn't say that last part, but can you imagine asking, could you imagine asking an AI to give you a question to ask so that you... Aren't those first two just what it said it could answer for you? Yeah. It kind of... Oh great, new meeting game incoming. Spot the AI generated question. Yeah. And the AI generated meeting and the AI generated agenda. What should I ask so that I can justify having been here 20 minutes ago? Recap this meeting so far. Renewable energy lead time, recyclable and okay, I don't care. Meeting wrap-up. As your meeting draws to a close, Copilot sends out a prompt to assist with the wrap-up. The goal is to summarize the key. Now, like I was saying before, this works very, very well. I've seen this. Now, as is typical, the more an organization needs it, the less likely it is to have it. This, of any of the things I've seen, is the best part of using Copilot. It's definitely talking about providing value for why am I even on this invite attendees? Yeah, it's not going to help you with being late. Okay, Copilot chat. So it's saying it's going to be in Teams. Okay, it's a cross-app experience. Let's see. It's to design, streamline various aspects of your work in Microsoft Teams. Okay. Quickly recap past communications for, like, what's new with Lydia? Like I care about Lydia. Lydia. Get out of here. Summarize long threads in a chat window into key points. Answer queries to help you stay updated. For example, who am I meeting with tomorrow? None of this works for a consultant, by the way. Our calendars don't work like that. In the previous training unit, you explored the features of Microsoft Copilot in Teams. So how does using Copilot chat within Teams compare to Copilot in Teams? Oh, they're different. There's Copilot chat, and there's Copilot... Wait, there's Copilot chat in Teams, and then there's Copilot in Teams. Oh no. Snoot, she has sworn to bear your burdens. Lydia? Really? Hi, Zuo. Oh, my dearest Copilot, said no one ever. Okay, so Copilot in Teams. This is important, everybody. This is important. Okay, tab back in. Copilot in Teams. The Copilot in Teams feature only accesses your Teams chat experience. It doesn't access organizational data outside of Teams. Okay. It is in Teams is available by default with your Microsoft 365 Copilot license. So it is that $10 a month. When you're in a chat thread, you can use Copilot in Teams to access that thread. Okay. Copilot chat accesses all of your Teams chat experience and your email. Okay, so you can start linking things together. So you could say, for example, you could say, hey, Copilot, give me a summary without duplicating any information of everything this person has sent me in email and chat over the last week so that I don't read the same goddamn thing in 6 different places. Not that I'm speaking about anything specific. Copilot, please summarize why this slide is important in 25 words or less. I was thinking about it. No, but for real, I have a few, different clients, different areas, whatever. But they will Teams, Teams channel post, Teams chat post, email. Like, why don't you send me a telegram? Why don't you send it in Morse code? You may as well. Good Lord. You think this conversation needs hot chocolate? That's a good call. I've still got my water. Good night, back guys. Send a oh, I would love a carrier pigeon though. That sounds like a good time. Let's see. Okay. So we understand this now. Okay. So Copilot in Teams is strictly in Teams, accessing only Teams data. Copilot chat is going to answer your questions using all the things together. That's a really good thing to understand about this, because I also guarantee you that no one else is going to understand that. Copilot chat in the M365 Copilot app. What? Why do you say Copilot twice? You can also use through the app. I'm looking for work. Oh my God. Okay, great. Copilot chat enables you to link people, files, meetings, and emails directly to your prompt. How many people here remember Delve? Also, I wonder if I have access to Delve here. Has anybody ever run into Delve before? I probably don't have access within this sandbox. Delve is retiring. Oh, retired in 2024. Okay, well, that exactly answers what I was thinking about. I was asking if anybody remembered Delve. But it makes sense that they retired it in 2024. So it's been out for quite some time. And Delve was basically an area where you could go. Let me see if I can get you a screenshot, actually. It's better to explain. Screenshot of Microsoft Delve. Because it freaked people out, okay? Is this a good example? No. Is this a good example? This might be a good example. Let's see. Oh, I know this guy. I know this guy. This is from 2016. Okay. Wow, that's a crappy screenshot you got there, bud. Anyway, so, good lord. So what Delve was an individual user profile situation you could land on. And what it would do was it collects information about that person. Now, this person has theirs actually locked down. Hi, newbie. Is this any better? Oh, they made it look so much like Facebook. Okay, this is better, actually. This is better. Dude, just give me the image. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. So it shows who the person is. It shows you their name. And of course, you can go to it. You can go to it to update your profile and whatnot. And it would give you like your bio. But what freaked people out about it is it would show all of the people you most recently spoke to in the organization. It would show all of the documents that you're working on. And people did not like that. Now, people didn't realize because they weren't familiar with
that cat.
IKEA.
Squish that cat. Then you just gently squish them.
Just
squish
squish the cat.
towel.
Yeah.
Generally, cats are very, very happy to be
Happy to be squished.
like that.
Yeah. So no, it's okay, Kia. I'm always happy to hear that. This freaked people out because they thought that if they can see those documents, then everyone else can. But it was security trimmed. It is security trimmed, which means that only people who have access to those other documents can see it. But also, it drew a lot of attention to like, oh, hey, you said you worked on this document, but it doesn't show up in Delve. Makes it a lot harder to lie. So people did not like it. They did not care for it. Copilot chat enables you to link people. Okay. So basically, this is what's replacing Delve. Hi, Snoodle. Good evening. Hello. Hi. Oh, sliding away. Okay, bye, Snoodle. Good night, back guys. Good night. I'm happy to teach about SharePoint anytime and all this kind of BS. And now that I know people seem interested, which I am very surprised by the way. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that would have had me in a meeting with the CISO at work. What's a CISO? Chief Information Security Officer? Probably. Yeah, it would, yes. It's, you know, it's not invasive. I mean, okay. I can see how people would think it was invasive, but if you actually have security set up correctly, it shouldn't be. But it still, it brings up questions and brings up a lot of ability to see through fluff and lies, and people are very fluffy at work, so. Okay, let's see. To do this, wait, and emails directly to your prompt. To do this, simply enter a / in the prompt window, which will open a menu allowing you to select from people's okay, that's weird. It also allows you to access the Copilot Lab, which is a repository of predefined prompts that you can select from, thereby saving you. Okay, so it's a saved search. I don't care. Feature enables you to scroll through a library of predefined prompts. So like catch up on meetings, what's new. Okay, this is interesting because basically what this becomes is a personalized FAQ. Like, oh, hey, you're always looking for this thing. So let's make that one question specific to a person, whoever that logged in person is, and let them answer it for themselves. Fine. Check your knowledge. Oh boy, a quiz. Is everybody ready? Go back to the part about the / commands. Yeah. Okay. It's right. Copilot chat enables you to link files or link people, files, meetings, and emails directly to your prompt. To do this, enter a / in the prompt window. I don't know what it's talking about because it must mean the Copilot chat experience, which, by the way, isn't actually here yet. Zua, we're talking about Copilot, which is a part of Microsoft. There's many different parts of Copilot, but basically what it is AI that looks within your organizational tenant to bring back information. So whatever work stuff you got in your company, it can try and make sense of it. So you're saying that if you label the folder S and then /S will link, or /S would link to it? No, I don't think it's saying that. I think it's saying that it would just open and allow you to choose. Copilot could summarize for you, it's true, if it was functional. Copilot chat also allows you, Copilot lab. Okay, that's weird. We already talked about that. That's fine. Knowledge check. I'm ready for a quiz. It reminds you of when the Soviets started putting computers in factories and the productivity appeared to take a nosedive, but it was because it was harder for people running the factory to fudge yes. Okay. Soda, that's a big part of some of the consulting sensitivities that I go through. Is one of the things I've done and been part of is implementing a huge tracking system for a very important, very heavy income-based set of applications that was never previously tracked, ever. And now it's tracked, which means you can tell things, and I'm not going to put any emphasis on any of these. I'm just going to tell you some of the questions you can answer. You can answer who's doing the most, who's doing the least. Is any of the money going missing? How often are we getting these things through? How long do they stay here? What types are we getting? From who? How often? Suddenly we can answer all these questions. A lot of people don't like that. That's normal. You're looking at how general chat shorthand can and will break this. Oh, that's a good point. What do you mean? Like you're trying to be sarcastic to Copilot? What happens when you select regenerate option in Copilot Word? Creates an entirely new version of the draft from scratch. It saves the current draft as a Word document and exit Copilot. It discards all drafts and returns to blank. I'm going to say it creates new. What is the thread summarize feature in Copilot and Outlook? It generates a full summary of all the emails in your inbox, a feature that offers concise bullet points or generates an entire sesame of an email thread. Clearly, how does Copilot enhance the user experience in Teams? It elevates the efficiency of teamwork and facilitates seamless conversations. Oh my God, I hate it when they type things like that. Provides a platform for individual work, helping to draft and review personal documents, replaces traditional communications. It's going to be the crappy one. 400 points, oh boy. Then they're my points. You can't have them, they're mine. I earned them. I earned them. You're doing so well right now in Buzzword Bingo. We should absolutely create Buzzword Bingo next time. Oh my God. We'd win so fast though. Everybody would be bingoing off the charts. We explained the transformative features that Microsoft Copilot brings to various M365 apps. It's emphasized. Okay, this is all BS. I don't care. Complete. Keep up the great work. Congratulations, but what should you do next? Create and draft with M365 Copilot. How is this a module? Didn't we already go through this? Oh, I need to go through the fundamentals of generative AI. Okay. I start. Increasingly in public consciousness, a futurist novel, Arthur C.C. Clarke is quoted as observing any sufficient... Oh my God, I use this quote so much. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. In the case of generative AI, it does not seem to have an almost miraculous ability to produce human-like original content, including poetry, prose, and even computer code. There's no wizardry. It's just the application of mathematical techniques and incrementally discovered and refined over many years of research into statistics, data science, and machine learning. You can gain a high-level understanding of the magic trick is done by learning core concepts and principles explored in this module. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 Artificial intelligence imitates human behavior by using machine learning. Now, just so everybody here is aware, when we talk about AI, it's kind of a catch-all these days, because it goes from like business process automation, robotic process automation, machine learning, actual artificial intelligence. There are some other aspects in there, but as a bucket, people will even refer to business process automation as being AI, and it's not. It's a catch-all. So we'll see. I would assume they wouldn't do that here, but we'll find out. Generative AI describes a category. Okay, this is actually interesting to me. Describes a category of capabilities within AI that create original content. People typically interact with generative AI that has been built into chat applications. Okay. One popular experience is Microsoft Copilot. Are you kidding me? Oh, good night, Ilmarin. Sleep good. AI in Civ 1 was straight cheater. I hear it's still somewhat of a cheater, especially Gandhi, but yeah, I love this. It's a popular example is Microsoft Copilot, an AI-powered productivity tool. Shut up. Do we actually have real AI already? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's mostly machine learning. I don't know outside of this, but generative AI applications take in natural language output and return appropriate responses on a... Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. Natural language generation. You can submit a request like write a cover letter, and a generative AI application might respond with this. Fair. Image generation. Oh, I hate image generation. It can return an original new image, but it's not original. It's stolen. Anyway. Some generative AI applications are designed to help software developers write code. For example, you could submit a request like write Python code to add 2 numbers, and it would generate, I guess that's Python. Determining sentiment, summarizing text, comparing multiple text sources for semantic similarity, generating new natural language. Okay, that's fine. It's all about, yeah, it's all about words and putting them to buckets. It dreams of enhancing shareholder value through creating exciting new product synergies. Oh, you're a natural, Ironbar. Look at you. Are you a consultant? Transformer model architecture consists of 2 components. An encoder block that creates semantic representations of training vocabulary, and a decoder block that generates new language sequences. Okay, encoder. Put it in. Okay, and you get something back. And then when my dog was a puppy. Okay. Okay. The model's trained with a large volume of natural language text. Yes, that's fun to do. Sequences of text are broken down into tokens. Okay, that's interesting. And then the encoder block processes these token sequences using a technique called attention to determine relationships between them. Good. Output from the encoder is a collection of vectors. That makes sense. Which each element of the vector represents a semantic attribute of the tokens. Okay. They're referred to as embeddings. All right. The decoder block works on a new sequence of text tokens and uses the embeddings generated by the encoder to generate the appropriate natural language. Okay. So again, time goes in, time comes out. Got it. For example, given an input sequence like when my dog was, the model can use that attention technique to analyze the input tokens and semantic attributes encoded in the embeddings to predict an appropriate completion. So this is also interesting because it could say when my dog was a puppy. It could be like when my dog was alive, when my dog was at the shelter, when my dog was still a gray dog instead of a white dog. Like there's so many things. It doesn't necessarily, but you'd have to train so much to get it to pick up one of these other options first. These are all words that I fundamentally understand, but I don't know that I actually know much more than I did before. Exactly. And I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting on encoder and decoder. I don't need to know about your deciding of the word like attention and embeddings. Does not matter to me in this case. In practice, the specific implementations of the architecture vary. For example, the bidirectional encoder representations from the Transformers BERT model developed by Google to support their search engine uses only the encoder block, while the generative pre-trained transformer model developed by OpenAI uses only the decoder block. Words to tokens back to different words. No, exactly it though. Exactly though. We have another ad. I've been doing this for 3 hours? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with all of you? Why are we here? While a complete explanation of every transformer is beyond the scope of this module, thank God, likelihood probabilities given deep context. Valheim patch notes look, I know, right? Tokenization. First step in training transformer models to decompose the training text into tokens. Okay. In this, you can Identify each discrete word and assign tokens to them. For example, okay, so just this is numeric in chronological order. Okay? It can now be represented as numbers. You would continue to train that model. They each get a token. Okay. Then we have embeddings. It might be convenient to represent tokens as IDs. Okay. Vectors are valued. Okay, it's like an array. For example, 1031, in which each numeric element represents a particular attribute. Okay. You know what? This is interesting, but this is too deep for what we want to go through right now. Let us continue here. Creating draft content. By the end of this module, you'll be able to identify the key elements of an effective prompt. Oh no. And apply them to your own prompts. Use Copilot to create new agendas, to-do lists, project plans, and more from Word, Excel, and... How is this difficult? How is this a thing we need training for? Maybe we should ask Copilot. I have no way to ask Copilot right now because it's not released. It's not released yet. Ask Copilot in Outlook to draft new emails and prompt M365 Copilot to generate new ideas, new content, and FAQs from existing files. Throughout the module, you'll see examples of simple prompts. Okay, I don't care. Exercise. Ooh, follow along. Okay, so we have download sample files, but I can't upload them anywhere, so it's not going to work for me. Crap, I don't think I can do this. Yeah, I can't because I'm not part of OneDrive. Crap. Okay, I can't do it. So, okay, where are we here? I wonder if the Bing Chat Copilot would be able to help with some of this stuff, since it presumably wouldn't need tenant-specific data to explain. Maybe. Although Bing can also be set up to be hooked up to your organization, which is really creepy. I don't like that at all. Because you can go and search in Bing, and if you're connected to your work account and it senses that, it will, if you're authorized and authenticated through, it will search your organization while searching the web, which is real weird. It's nearly 3 a.m. here, and I'm watching a cryptid voiced by a 40-something consultant based out of Canada explain Microsoft's Corpo AI jargon. I don't know what that says about me, but means you should go to bed. I'll probably be ending soon anyway, since it looks like I'm going to have to trash my current tenant and then just request a new one with every piece I need in here so I can actually use these things. So let's see. Overview. Okay. Agents. All right. I can add one. Are there any other agents already in here? Virtuoso or Copilot. Okay. It's 9 a.m. What am I doing here? I think you should be working. Also, that is very... Oh, it's Sunday morning, 9 a.m. You shouldn't be working. Okay, so when you're creating an agent, I think, is to answer specific topics. Okay, so let's add that. What is the difference between a Copilot agent and Copilot chat? I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. Can you try to rephrase? All right, ChatGPT. What is the difference between Copilot agents and Copilot chat? Since you're a power user of all your M365 applications, this counts as work time. I mean, this is training. The difference between Copilot agents and Copilot chat primarily lies in the purpose and functionality. Copilot agents are more specific and task-focused AI systems designed for performing. Please make this way less words. Copilot agents are task-focused AI that automate processes and work behind the scenes. Copilot chat is conversational AI designed for direct user interaction. Okay. Cool. Okay, so when you're creating this, it's going to be about more specific things, like if you had a whole bunch of policies, or if you were trying to train people. Add actions. Your agent can do things for you. Build topics to focus. Okay, so across the top, we have knowledge. This is, I think, yeah, so we have a bunch of knowledge sources. So when you're building an agent, you can connect to all sorts of things. So let's see what we could connect it to. Public websites. Confirm that your organization owns the website. Add. This knowledge source searches the twitch.tv. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's not be silly. Let us, twitch.tv. Well, hold on. How do I delete? HTTP twitch.tv/snoot_TV. Add. I own this. Confirm. Add. I'm curious what it's going to do. Okay. All right. So how many hours has Snoot TV streamed? Okay, it doesn't know. Okay, knowledge. It searches information on the web found in. Okay. But that's so vague. What does it mean knowledge found? Does it mean typed knowledge? Does it mean videos? Does it mean, like, what is it scanning? Is it actually scraping the web right now? How long is it going to take? Okay, so after we have our knowledge sources. See, this is where if I had SharePoint. Oh, but I don't own it though, unfortunately. So maybe so, Iron Bar, yeah. It's public though.
Splish.
Thank you, Mushy. Cheers. Okay, so you add, your website. You go to topics. How are these topics? Name, goodbye, greeting. Wait. Move. No, I'm trying to move. God damn it. This topic. How do I... Details. This topic triggers when the user... Oh, okay. So each keyword that triggers a set of responses is called a topic. Can you ask it what animal you are? Okay. I mean, I wish I could, but I don't even see how to make it look at my information here. So... Ready. Official source. Setting this offer, official will update your agent instructions with this. Answer grouping data which has a tag authoritative. Oh, authoritative, based on the source. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to do much. It cannot be undone. Okay, I don't care. Anyway, add date. Oh, wait, I can add files? Hold on. Advanced. I don't think it's going to let me add a file. Let's see what I have here that could be something inoffensive. Stuff? Sure. Test files? Okay. I'm uploading a project charter. Not a real one. It's a fake one. I don't know where it's putting it, though, because I have no storage. I guess it loaded it into Dataverse as a blob. It must have. Okay, anyway. So topics. Wait, what is lesson 1? A simple topic. When are you closed? When are you open? Store hours. Okay, so it's like every individual key. So this is really... Wait, let's look at number 3 here, too. Okay, so buy items. This is super interesting to me. Buy items, buy online, buy product, purchase item, order product. But this is as if it is... This seems really boiled down, though. So like all of these things, the next thing it's going to do is figure out your state. Whereas, wouldn't it be quite different for each one of these? Order product, purchase item, buy product, buy online, buy items. I mean, online, sure, but... So it's trying to figure out what exact site to send you to, and then it's... There will be an additional shipping charge. Is that acceptable? But that's not even the question. You haven't even figured out what they might want. I guess you're doing that next. So basically, we can say, like, Add a new topic. Oh, I can create a description from Copilot. Okay. Name your topic. What are you? Create the topic to let the user ask what kind of VTuber I am. What components I'm made out of, how I was designed, and how my model works. Let's see what it does with that. What are you? Who are you? Describe yourself. Tell me about yourself. What is your purpose? That's a bit deep. Oh, but look, what kind of VTuber are you? Save user response as VTuber string. What components are you made out of? Save user response as components. How are you designed? Wait, why would it make each one of these separate? That doesn't make any sense. So this is a good example of Copilot coming back and being like, what if it's just the same as it always is? What else is here? Actions? Leave, yes. Add actions to empower the AI to complete. Oh, yes, I know what this is. So a lot of times you can connect actually directly to Power Automate. So you can say, for example, hey, this person is asking me about the status of a ticket that they have. I can go to that ticket library, grab that, if they're using Excel or a list, filter down and bring back the status to them. Or I can update something or whatever else. Yeah, it interpreted those questions as things you needed from the user, not what the user was looking for from you, which is strange because we're creating a topic that is specifically about what that user might be asking us. So wild. Now, this part I'm really comfortable in because this is normal for me. So basically, you have them ask a question, you get a variable to get the specifics of what you need to go grab, and then you go grab it. And then you go grab it. Activity. So this is, turn generative AI on to show agent activity. Generative, please. Yes, save. Okay. Can provide improved search performance. Yes, do that. Always do that. Why would you not do that? Okay. Component collections. Component collections can be used by multiple agents. Okay, so like these are user-designed action blocks. Okay, and then you can put it into a solution. That's interesting. I'm trying to think of where that might make sense. I guess if you had like, if you wanted to update account information, that kind of thing. Security. Authentication, verify a user's identity. That's cool, so they can't access your chat. Like, imagine if you just stepped away from your desk and someone else sat down there and was like, hey, what's my medical status, Web channel security. Okay, this is what I'm curious about. Let's see. Okay, so it's the secrets. That's fine. Okay. So you could require secret access to renders the demo website unavailable as well as any direct line channel. Provide several channels by okay, I understand. Authorizing canvas. Optimized on or off. Entities. Okay. So it's actually coming up with a name. Like for all of these things that would usually come up as keywords, it's going to come back and already have something identified around it. So like weight, temperature, person name, organization. That makes sense. Skills. This comes up a lot, and I don't know why, because most people don't use this. But you have like skills, and this is becoming more and more common, is where everybody is remote. They're like, oh, I'll have a set of skills, and we can automatically set up a schedule for you guys to talk and meet, since you can't just casually meet in the office anymore, right? And then voice. Optimize for voice. Make sure your agent works for you with voice-first features. Like advanced speech recognition. Interesting, okay. Metadata. Okay, that's fine. All right. Yeah, I need to get the whole thing open here, I think, in order to do this, because I'm not going to be able to go through these exercises until I have that. But also, I have been streaming this nonsense for 3 hours. And I think I'm gonna go have ice cream instead. this has been fun, and I am surprised that people hung out. So thank you if you hung out and maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. I'm probably going to get more into the generative AI stuff probably on my own, but I do want to come back. Yeah, absolutely. Here's Abraham for you. I would like to do more SharePoint stuff. I'm going to see if I can get my tenant. I don't know. Does anybody here know how to get a SharePoint? Like, okay, I have had two dev tenants that had SharePoint in them. They've both been closed because I didn't, everything gets deleted from them because they're not meant to be used. Now I need another one, but I don't see the ability. I don't see the ability to do that. So I'm trying to figure out how to get my tenant. Otherwise, I need to figure out how to clean my actual tenant that I own to not be as doxy as it is. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let us find some person to visit with all of you. My God, it's a Gwillem. Do I want to send you to Gwillem, or do I want to send you to, like... I never get to see Gwillem anymore. Because we could go to software. Hold on, I just want to look before I settle on our good bud. Let me see if anybody else is in software. Assembly, Game Jam. Somebody coding in something I can't tell. Oh, hey, we're number 3 in the category. Good for us. Slime Sunday. Let's go see Gwillem. We might not get the option to do that very often, so. All right, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll let you know when I end up doing another one of these. I want to do more of the Power Automate ones, especially. And I can do that, so. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Get wrecked. Heads up.
On this, so we'll get back to that. But yeah, there'll be a couple of items I want to drop out of this just to hey, come over here.